Hello and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop, your one stop for co-op news, reviews, and playthroughs. I'm Peter and today we're playing through Marvel Champions. What's up, Terence?
How's it going?
It
It's
is going.
I feel like this year's just trucking along, man. We're like 2 weeks away from, I think, the last two packs of the cycle.
Yeah, and Fantasy Flight said they were sending it, and they said they were sending it early last week, I think. Yeah, still haven't seen it, so I have no idea what's going on with that. But
Maybe you'll get it like on Thursday.
well, the problem is going to be that like I'm out of town this week for a work convention, so yeah, they send it now, then the coverage isn't going to be till basically everybody has it anyway. But whatevs. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not sending it to get like super early coverage.
Yeah.
It's not like they're checking on that.
Well, they sent it to us like I don't know, 3-4 weeks ahead of time last time to get people excited, right? Like that's I thought the whole point of everything. So, but yeah, what are you having a good week so far?
Yeah, it's been a pretty good week. I mean, things at work are a little hectic. Our fiscal year ends at January, I guess. Like,
Okay.
so new fiscal year starting, which it's always that kind of season where you're in like planning and companies do reorgs, and so it's always like crazy town
Well,
at
hopefully no
work.
reorgs where you're not working anymore. People don't like that.
Yeah, the tech sector's been kind of crazy, I guess in that respect. So, luckily I am still employed, so you know, feels lucky these days to be able to say that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could have had Terrence streaming, 7 days a week Marvel Champions, just solo content coming out nonstop from you. If you needed something to do in your spare time, if you had been unemployed. So, you're winning, your family's winning, but the fans are losing here.
Fans are losing. I don't know if they want that much Marvel Champions from me, but
Well, we are doing a movie tie-in this week, and our design discussion this week is going to be it's a movie and a convention tie-in, because we've got a piece of artwork on the screen right now that is from Con of Heroes, and that is going to be our design discussion as well. You are helping run that convention this year, and I want to talk to you about running a convention at the end. So that'll be a discussion. It'll be Marvel Champions focused because it's a Marvel Champions convention, but even for people that aren't Marvel Champions fanatics, they could find out like if they had any interest in either running a convention themselves or finding out what it's like behind the scenes to run a convention. We'll get all kinds of insights from you about that as well.
awesome. Yeah, that should be fun. I did want to, before we jump into the game, obviously pimp out my own convention, but there are some dates. If people are still on the fence for tickets and things, I believe we have to get playmat orders in by the end of the month. So if you want one of the playmats, which is using the awesome Magneto helmet, that's the con logo for this year.
Nice,
Um,
because last year it was the
please,
helm or the gauntlet.
yes, last year was the gauntlet. Those are all done by my friend, and this year she whipped up the Magneto helmet,
Nice.
which I think is really cool. So that'll be on the playmat. And then you got a playmat last year, right? Like,
I did.
I think people have been pretty happy with them. And it's kind of a fun thing at the convention that we just started. I think on like Saturday was getting people just sign your playmat whenever you played with people. As kind of like the high school yearbook style thing.
Yeah, I did not do
Um,
that. I wasn't one of the cool kids.
well, you also came like on Saturday when the con was ending, so
I mean,
uh,
Terrence, that's a trade secret.
trade secret. But yeah, if you would like your playmat, please please buy your playmat before March, so we can get those in. I think we'll order a few extra, but we can't promise that you'll be able to get one kind of after that date. And then I think as well, we'll be selling tickets as long as we have space for fire code and other safety things leading up to the con. But as well for swag stuff, I think we're looking at like mid-March. like a March 14th or something cutoff date to make sure we can get all that stuff printed, because that has to happen outside of Game Center.
Got it.
So when you get those printed and shipped, so if you want a copy of the cool art you're seeing here, and as kind of a teaser, this is from the Marvel Champions Monthly swag that they'll be handing out as one of the kind of events we'll be doing at the con.
And they're a big sponsor of the con. Obviously, they're a lot of them are the ones running the convention itself, right?
Yeah, they make up like 50% of the con organizers. Americano and Kenny Hawk are two of the four organizers, along with me, and then Mag from Hall of Heroes. We're the organization team.
Yeah, and I mean, if you are listening or watching this stream, you probably know all of those things because those are huge in the community. So if you're not listening to Marvel Champion Monthly podcast, it's a very good podcast I listen to. And if you are not on Hall of Heroes, I don't know how you build decks. So definitely.
Well, Hall of Heroes is like on the news site. Marvel CDB is the deck.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The news site that tells you. You know what I use that site for all the time is to go back and see when packs were released.
Oh yeah, the release dates are great. I use them sometimes just to like pull up, because it has all the card art too.
Yep.
So like especially for like Ant-Man and Wasp, I feel like Marvel CDB is doesn't support like the triple-sided hero very well.
Yeah.
And so like you're like, what does that do in giant form? Like it doesn't show up, and so it's really helpful like when you don't have it in front of you, because you can go there and actually like see the actual art, which is nice. But yeah, I guess like so. I think this is a really cool art piece, also because we're playing Kang right now. But
sure.
This art piece was commissioned, so they paid through their Patreon money. So this will be part of that kind of set for, I think, their backers, but we'll also have it at the con to kind of play the event.
Nice.
But it's going to be a modular set. I think the like teaser bit is it's going to be epic in nature. And it'll debut as like one of the feature events we'll have at the con.
That's awesome.
I know this is like one of the things that people have been asking for a long time, because Fantasy Flight hasn't done like Gen Con stuff for Marvel Champions, right?
Sure. Yeah. So this is like the only way, and it was good quality stuff last year. I have all of it, and it's very good. Hopefully, I'm sure they're doing a new standard set this year again, or they haven't announced that yet.
We haven't announced all the things that we're gonna do, but I think this will be. I mean, it's Kang, right? So if you actually go to the website on the schedule, you can see this is part of the 4 p.m. Epic Multiverse event. And I know this is one of the things people have been asking for a while, and I mean, there's no better place to do it than at a convention to actually have like intergroup kind of event.
Well, and you all have experience with from the Lord of the Rings. I guess we're getting into a little bit of the post stream discussion, so maybe we save the rest of the discussion to the end. Bottom line is, if you haven't bought your tickets yet, make sure to go Con of Heroes, get your tickets, because stuff is selling out. So that's the shill portion of this. We'll get into the details about the convention itself, and running and organizing a convention. And I mean, I'm sure you use examples from Con of Heroes, so if you want to hear more about it, stay tuned for the discussion post game today. Sound good?
Yeah. Probably the only other thing I want to say is, if you're actually interested in hearing not about how the con is run, but just more about the events and things, we did just. I think you said you just listened to that, Peter, right?
Yep. Marvel Champions Monthly.
On Marvel Champions Monthly, kind of something that goes into a little bit about all the things we're doing. So if you're interested about just getting generally hyped, or just wanting to know more about the event itself and not any of the background stuff, please go listen to that.
Yeah, and I was genuinely surprised last year after Con of Heroes how much more I wanted to play Marvel Champions afterward. So if you find your interest waning, even, and you're like, I don't know if I want to go, because like I don't have that passion right now to play. Once you play so many games with people that know what they're doing, you don't have to explain it to them. You don't have to go through everybody's turns and make sure they understand what's going on. You just playing, and playing some new stuff as well, because they make custom scenarios and things like that. So there's no better way to reignite your passion than to go to a con like this. Like, everybody I talked to that went home from it was super jazzed to play more Marvel Champions. In fact, I was playing at Game Center the day I was going to the airport. I played at the airport, and just played a bunch with my kids when I got home too. So it's definitely not something you have to be jazzed going in for. It'll definitely build your enthusiasm. All right, but with that said, let's transition to a movie. A game? A movie? What are we doing today, Terence? We're playing Marvel Champions, I guess, but we are trying to replicate the movie Quantumania, even though we know nothing about it. So all we know is Ant-Man is going to be in there, Wasp is going to be in there, and Kang the Conqueror is going to be in there, and so that's what we did today.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's not this Wasp that will be in there.
Oh, it's going to be the mom?
Yeah, it's like Janet, who's like the ally, the aggression ally. They have Janet Van Dyne.
So what you're saying is I should have put her in my deck?
There's still opportunity. You can pull her out.
All right. Well, while I'm going over my stuff, why don't you pull her out for me, and I'll find a ally to get rid of. Either that or I have a 41 card deck. That's fine. You know, I don't care about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh wait, is my ally Janet or is my ally Jane? Or Nadia?
I think your ally is Nadia, isn't it? Let me see.
Oh, you already got Janet for me. Thank you.
Where is your ally? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's Nadia. This one.
All right. So maybe I even just switch it out, right? Isn't that what some people do to cheat?
You can't. That's a signature set.
Isn't that what people do to cheat? I've heard people do that.
I mean, people do everything in this game. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I have a dead card in my deck too, but
Yeah.
it's the Scott Lang that's at least like of the same name in a different universe.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I've actually been reading a bunch of leading up to Ant-Man and Wasp. I've been reading them, and I think because of the game too. Like, I actually didn't know anything about Nadia Van Dyne.
Yep.
So I've been actually reading. She doesn't have very large comic lines. I think she has like 2. So like,
Gotcha.
actually isn't that many comics. But yeah, she's actually Hank Pym, who like of Pym Particle fame.
Yep.
She's his daughter. But she is named Van Dyne because like that's basically the person who's taking care of her.
Got it.
Janet.
Got it. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into your deck, and tell us what it's all about.
Yeah. So actually, Nadia is one of my favorite hero kind of things to build around because I think she has a bunch of interesting hooks. And she definitely has one of the most, I think, interesting alter ego actions.
Okay.
The GRL girl.
Okay.
And actually, they did a pretty good job of this after reading the comics. But basically, it's an action, and you can limit once around. You can shuffle up to 2 cards with a printed mental resource back into your deck.
Got it.
And so, like her own signature set has a ton of mental already.
But you added a ton more, I see.
I think there's like 7 out of the 15 are mental in her signature set, so it's already like pretty stacked.
Yep.
And I think like even when she first came out, it obviously made sense. Like you shuffle Genius back in, right? Like who
of course.
doesn't want a
double resource. Yep.
But kind of since she's come out, there's been some other cards that I kind of wanted to play around with because I've built a few Wasp decks before.
Yep.
Ingenuity, she's Genius traded. So that came out with Ironheart.
Yep.
So she can get that. And then Professor X is also a new one, right? Where really strong mental traded ally. And then Vivian as well is. I don't know, she's definitely like more situational, but there are definitely a few side schemes and stuff in this scenario that if you can pull off is actually kind of cool. Where you just like kind of shut that side scheme off and just clear it or whatever. You don't resolve the one defeated.
Gotcha.
And then the other stuff was just Ironheart. But I think Ironheart was already out by that time. Right?
Oh sure, but I mean anytime you get a card draw, and in fact,
actually she like came in the pack. Just looking at the bottom symbol.
Nice.
She came in Wasp.
it's ironic because looking at Ironheart versus not Professor X versus oh gosh, why can't I think of his name right now? Oh, Fury, he's right here. Compared to Nick Fury, I just like the economy of Ironheart better. Both of them draw you most of the cards you spent to pay for them, -1. But it's just a lot easier to have 2 cards. As the card pool gets better, I find that I don't want to spend 3 of my cards. You know what I mean? Most of the time. Most of the time, I'd rather just spend 2 and get 1 back. It doesn't cycle through your deck as fast, but I don't know. I just find the economy of Ironheart better and better as the card pool gets better and better.
Yeah, I think one of the things with the kind of larger cost things, so I used to have meditation in this deck, but I just didn't have enough like 3+ cost things to make it worth it.
Yep.
So like one of the decks you were like, don't like play that deck, like we've seen shield stuff enough. I actually think like Wasp Shield is super strong because meditation is also mental, so you can actually cycle meditations back in your deck. And obviously Shield's pretty good at staying flipped down. So like you can use it to really accelerate like Sky Destroyer, like Fury, like even Monica Chang is mental, and so is Coulson. So you can actually like cycle them back into your deck and use meditation to just play them back out. So you can actually build out surveillance teams. Really
that makes sense. Yep.
Like just get them all out. So that's actually kind of fun because she has that thing that no other hero has, right?
The ability to cycle stuff back in.
Yeah,
makes sense.
And then kind of so besides the strong stuff, like obviously still a lot more mental. I have 3 copies of kind of Lay Down the Law because like Ant-Man, she really likes to flip forms every turn, even if she stays in hero. And so this allows you to not have to care about which form you're in. Actually, you can flip the other one and still get pretty strong thwarting, clear the area, and then one way or another to kind of pull out some of the side schemes. There's some pretty good side scheme targets.
That is your new favorite card. That is.
It's not new. I just played a lot in solo. I just haven't played as much in multiplayer.
Yeah, no. I see it all the time in your multiplayer decks. Like I feel like that is like your go-to now for Justice.
It is in this year. I feel like I put them in a lot. But when it came out, it's always been a super strong card.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't put Hulk in either. Now that we're talking. Because ironically, I kept mental out of my deck as much as possible. Probably part of the reason I didn't even look at Wasp, because she is a mental. Well, that, and I knew you were playing Wasp, and I had Wasp in my deck. I forgot.
Wait, do you have Hulk in here?
I don't actually. I should though, because
why are you avoiding mental? Was that by design or just? Like...
Well, because of his helmet that physical stun something to energy. Confuses. So being able to do both pretty easily and making sure I always have resources to pay for that, it just kind of made sense to stay away from mental with this deck as well. So it wasn't necessarily I was avoiding mental, it was I was adding as much physical and energy as I could. Now of course I got things like Quinn Carrier, but those are going to stay in play. Most of Swarm Tactics is one of my big ones that is mental. But again, it's a stay in play. Oh no, wait, Swarm Tactics is our team up.
I actually feel like it's much better in Ant-Man than it is in Wasp, which is disappointing.
I mean, I'm definitely not going to complain about it. That is for sure. It's good in Ant-Man.
Well, you just don't get the bonus, right? Like of flipping. Like I don't get anything from flipping besides I flipped, unless I want the other side, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously a ready's nice too,
But some pretty standard stuff, I think, for Ant-Man, surprise attack. Of course, you're changing forms literally every turn. So it's not that hard to get surprise attack off. Into the fray. Not necessarily one of the more common ones for him, but I think it's not a bad thing. Helping remove a little extra threat, as well as just taking care of minions. Clobbering time, or just clobber. If it's the first card you played, you could play it again. So with some free resources that I have, some extra card draw I have, I figure 3 damage twice is not bad, especially if you can get it for cheap. Fluid motion, as long as you played an attack event, which you have these 3 different attack events, then you get +1 to your attack for the turn. Combat training also gives you +1 attack. So along with his already pretty beefy stats of, not on his miniature side, but on his giant side, 3 attack, so up to 5 attack. Seems good. Seems pretty good. That's about it. So, Terrence, why don't you go first while I shuffle all this stuff back
You
in?
assemble your deck.
Yes. And I am going to have a 41 card deck. The only thing I guess I could take out is Ironheart. Oh, you already took something out for me?
No.
Huh. Well, alrighty then.
Did you like take Wasp out like your other Wasp?
No,
She's
no,
just
no.
like
I put her back in. Didn't I?
I don't know. I'm asking. Like I
No,
don't
she's
actually know.
in. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know why you're missing a card then.
Yeah, I don't know what's missing, but sure. So setup.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I have no idea what is missing. Oh, let's see. We got to set Kang's hit points to 30. So for those of you who haven't played Kang before, there are 3 forms instead of 2. We're going to fight the first one together. Then we go to our own little gameplay areas to play against the second form of Kang. And then we come back together for the final Kang. Oh, guess what I can discard? Wasp. I feel like I don't want giant. Oh, bug in my hand on turn 1 makes me very, very happy.
How you paying for all that, man?
Risk Gauntlets is like a super important part of my deck.
So is Quinker's Risk Gauntlet.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I'd probably go Tiny Form turn 1 just so I can draw a card, right? Yeah, so let's draw 2 more. Oh, Army of Ants I love too. Surprise attack. I'm not.
Dude, you're gonna have a bad turn. You're gonna make some hard decisions.
No, I think I'll be all right. All right, go ahead, Terrence.
Do I discard Red Room Training?
Which one's that? Well, you're in giant
It's
form.
really good actually because it gives you piercing, which is awesome.
I did put
I
in
was saying,
Wolverine just in case because there is a lot of tough in this. I feel like.
There's not a lot of tough. There's just tough from Kang. Kang always has toughness. But it's not like there are a ton of minions with tough and stuff. And
Sure.
I don't actually think he has any events that like actually give him tough. Like I feel like in Mutant Genesis, there's a ton of that stuff. I feel like I'm down. So you want to play Ingenuity, right?
Of course. Yep.
But it means I gotta sack some stuff.
I mean, you probably don't need Skilled Investigator or
right,
one way or another.
Do I do Ironheart or Red Room Training and have to cycle through my entire deck?
I mean, you do Ironheart, draw the card, and with the card you could pay for Ingenuity, or vice versa. You pay for Ingenuity, and then you use Ingenuity to pay for Ironheart, and then you...
But it means I still have to pay for Ingenuity.
Yeah, you pay 2. Any 2, right? So you got 2 here. These 2 clear the area in one way or another. Play Ingenuity. Then you got Ingenuity and Skilled Investigator to play Ironheart. And pray to God you get a double resource.
Yeah, but like one way or another gets me 3 cards.
Well, then you don't have to worry about all this other stuff. So
hold on. I have to play an Alter Ego. I have to play Ingenuity and Alter Ego.
So play Skilled Investigator and clear the area, right? You got to clear the area still. It's not the saddest thing in the world.
But that's what I'm going to use to clear the card that I just draw.
You'll be drawing 3 cards and you're a thwarter, right? Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a good chance. Well, I guess I can actually...
You could shuffle it right back in. Yeah, as an action.
Sure. Ingenuity. Flip up to Tiny, I guess.
I'm gonna be Tiny. We're both gonna be Tiny.
Well, I don't have the Gimp hand size like you. Giant.
Well, the only reason I'm gonna be tiny is to draw the card because I have so many cards I want to play this turn. So I'm just praying that I get a double resource here.
I love this. This is like not love, but when I was playtesting at Kang, this made me so happy with one way or another.
Nice.
Just like straight up too.
Yeah.
I guess if I can't clear it, you can potentially help me.
Yeah. Because I am...
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, I have a 2 thwart as Tiny Avenger. So you do you, man.
Well, that was not the clear the area that I wanted, but it's okay.
I mean, you have enough to pay for Ironheart and then Red Room Training, right? That's all that you care about. You know what I mean? That worked out perfectly. And then you can hold on to your wings. Unless you want to play wings.
First.
Yeah.
Just
Which one are wings? Take any
it
amount of
prevents
damage. Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's just like I don't need pierce. Well, actually, do you want me to pierce tough? And then you...
I mean, I'd rather you defend early. You know, get the extra defense early. We don't need to pierce tough. I guess there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do. So you can, if you're tiny, you can just clear this, right?
I mean, but does the one extra damage actually matter? I'd rather you prevent the damage than do 1 damage to him, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you could still poke off tough with your 1 attack, but do I really care if you pierce and do 1 damage to him? Not at all. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, either that or you two can thwart it away too. Although it doesn't make sense for me. I get 1 thwart to get it away. So.
Yeah. Do you? I mean, I guess like, am I just taking the attack to the face? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, that makes it more likely that you'll take the attack and chump for me. So I like the direction this is headed. So the first one pierces off tough. The second one you do damage. I mean, you didn't realize that was my tact all along, Terence?
I don't you have more allies in your deck than me?
I don't know that I do, and Bug ain't going nowhere once Bug gets in play. I'll tell you that right now. The goal is for Bug never to have to chump. The reason I'm doing. Oh, Terence, you with me?
I hear you now. I lost you for a second.
The game. We have lost Terence, folks.
Can you hear me?
That is okay.
I can hear you.
Because he has already taken his turn. So he must have some wonky internet or something like that. All right, so let's see. I am going to play Pim Particles, Surprise Attack, and Army of Ants, sadly, even though I love this card, to play... Oh! I was disconnected as well. Interesting. I'm glad I just saved the game. Do. So and now Terence is going to be wonky the entire time. Oh, and I got to get Terence back on the streaming part of things. So let's do that. Terence, I can't hear you. Are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Hello.
Let me see if everybody else can hear you. Yeah, it looks like you're still there.
Awesome. I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me, so I disconnected and rejoined.
Yeah, everything is weird. So hopefully you're not wonky the rest of the day today. All right. So what I was doing is I was playing Pim Particles, which in tiny form lets me draw a card, Army of Ants, and Surprise Attack to play.
Man, how sad are you right now that you just discarded
one of my 3 Army of Ants? I'm very sad. You know that's like one of my favorite cards ever. Oh, I gotta choose a seat. Oh. Do. Ooh, Giant Stomp. All right, so it's Bug time. Risk Gauntlets will have to wait. That's fine. It only costs 1, so I can play that next turn. Bug is coming out. Bug's coming out. All right, so what Bug is going to do, Bug's going to thwart for that 1 I needed to get rid of this side scheme. Goodbye, side scheme. Is there anything special when reveal? Place 2 threat here for each obligation.
No, that's why it's so good to take that on turn 1.
Yeah. And I'm going to attack for 1, which clears Bug. There you go.
Oh. I have the problem when you rejoin a game, none of the counters work.
Yeah, no, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, you can Here, you can't ready your stuff?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, it's not fine, Terence. There's nothing fine about it, but you're going to have to deal. Let's see. What's my hand size here? 5. So I will draw 4 cards. And clobbering time. Resize, change your other form, draw a card, ready to rumble. When you change forms, you ready. Oh, yeah. All right. So let's go to Kang. We're going to add 2 threat to the scheme. We're going to have Kang attack you. And are you just taking it to the face? You can chump for yourself if you want. I have one more hit point. So it's
You
basically.
have one more hit point.
I mean, it's basically the same
fine.
thing, right?
Do we put a threat on there and I just take this? And we'll see. See how it goes.
Wait, put a threat on where? What are you talking about?
Main scheme. So I don't get the
so
I don't
not
want
plus
a
2
5
attack,
case.
yes.
Yeah, come on.
Alright, so 3 plus another 2 is 5, minus 1 is 4 damage.
Could be worse.
And then this time we're going to add it, and you're chumping, so plus 2 attack, nothing. I mean, he does like 7 damage, but Ironheart's like, I eat 7 damage for breakfast. I don't know what that means, Terence. I really don't. I gotta be honest. Alright, so let's go ahead and take our cards.
Oh, that's cool.
When revealed, place top 8 cards of your deck face down under this. I mean, thankfully it's you, because you don't mind going alter ego. And mental resources, oh my. That's going to be an issue for me, so actually, really thank goodness it was you.
Well, you have Quinn Carrier, dude. Come on. Why do you care?
Oh, you are correct.
Oh, did you want multiple obligations?
I mean, the good news, you're face down anyway, may as well, right?
I'm not face down, I'm face up.
You're gonna be face down in 2 seconds. After you use base power, take a damage. Yeah. You just flip down and heal. Oh, look, I got a Toad in front of me. After Toad attacks and damages a character you control, discard a random card from your hand. That's alright, you only have 3 life. I'm going to punch you in the face. Time Travel Surge. Each player takes 1 indirect damage for each obligation in their play area.
Ow.
Huh, Terence. Take 2 damage, buddy. You know what makes me feel good? Oh, more Surge.
Is when you get
Reveal the top card of the deck. Oh, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, remember how I said better you than me? Guess what? Same you and me.
Well, at least you got that after his time travel tactics.
Well, yes, and I have my helicarrier too, I guess. So there's that.
Quinn Carrier.
Or Quinn Carrier, whatever. Some carrier. Hey, look, it's some bots. With guard and retaliate.
Well, you got a surprise attack, right?
I do. Not only do I have a surprise attack, I have a clobber. To take care of Toad if I want to. Although I also have a resize, which lets me draw a card.
Yeah, it sounds important.
And ready to rumble. But I'm not. What are you thinking?
Can I one way in this turn?
Which one?
One
to
way.
Bring in.
There's a 4 threat scheme.
That's up to you. I could do 2 thwart. I'm not going to play Clobber this turn. There's no way. I'll just punch. I'll just do normal punching.
Yeah, you also have surprise attack.
Yeah, you said that already.
So you could clear something.
Yes. Well, no, I could punch something, right? So I'm going to kill this guy with surprise attack. I'm going to punch this one. And because I have ready to rumble, I could theoretically also thwart for 2.
Okay.
Well, and don't forget, I thwart 1 when I just flip sides, too. So I could thwart 2, theoretically. So, yeah, go ahead and pull it out, because I can thwart 4.
Well, I'm planning at least clear the area, so I'll at least do 2 of that.
All right, you want to do 2? I do 2?
Yeah.
Then I won't have to play Ready to Rumble, and I might be able to get my wrist gauntlets out, or be able to resize. Well, which I was going to do anyway.
Oh, wait. Maybe that's intemporal.
Are you drawing it?
Yeah. Just
oh, you're saying you don't have a good side scheme? Well, I could do up to 4.
One.
That's 7. That's
Yeah,
one more than I can help you with. Although, if you scheme yourself, although you'll take a damage if you do that.
We can just do corrupted time stream.
Why did you just throw that away? Oh.
I mean, I can also scheme myself.
I mean, I can do 2 without thinking about it. I'm going to do 2 without thinking about it, because when I flip to tiny form, I'm going to do 1. Why do you keep moving your hand over here?
Let's
So
just
weird.
do this one.
So just the 2? All right, I'm going to clear that, right? Unless you want to play clear the area to do it, and I'll work on the main.
Well, you don't want to discard a card, so put 2 more on there.
Oh, okay. But we can do 4.
Okay.
I can do 4 pretty easily.
You can do 4 pretty easily?
Yeah. I mean, I can do 2 for sure, really easily. So you tell me if you want me to do 2 or 4. Don't forget, I could do some of it on main also if you want to play clear the area to make sure you get rid of it.
Yeah, let's just do the... Does this go up when I click it? That does. It's just a permanent 1 for me, so that's cool.
Wait, what are you saying? What's a permanent one?
It's fine. This should be at 6. I didn't discard a card. But I got some
each
stuff
player. Now. All right. Do you want me to do the 4?
No, I got some stuff.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ready to rumble in here. Don't have to use it if I don't want to. I'm gonna flip to large man, and surprise attack.
Do a
Pain
damage
clobber. Oh, that's right. I do damage.
What are you doing to your ping?
We'll do it to Kang. And then I'll surprise attack. I already paid clobber for that. Oh, is clobber a fist? It sure is. Thankfully. Wasn't even paying attention. But yes. 4 damage, so that gets rid of the macrobots over here. Badink, badink. And then I am going to thwart for 1 with bug. So that takes that down to 5. I'm going to attack for 3 to get rid of Toad. Goodbye, Toad. Then I am going to resize, which costs 0. Change to your other form. Draw a card. Oops. Wrong other form. Changing to Tiny Man. When I do that, I get rid of Ready to Rumble to ready myself. Oh, I should have cleared the damage when I attacked from Bug. And now I use Wolverine.
You forgot to trigger your response.
Remove a threat. Do you need any more help with this?
Yeah, just do it on that.
All right. So that's down to that. And do you want me to do my 2 more thwarting there?
Sure.
Or if you don't care, then I don't have to use Ready to Rumble either. I could just stay exhausted.
Probably just make it easier for me.
Okay. So I will go and thwart 2 there. And I'm going to use Wolverine to pay for the Risk Gauntlets, which is what I was talking about at the beginning. Spend 2 fists in giant form to stun an enemy. Spend 2 energy resources in tiny form to confuse an enemy. Not doing that right now, but it is certainly nice to have that option.
Alright. I'm going to pay Pim Particles and clear the area to put Sense of Justice in, which allows me to draw a card. This will clear that side scheme.
That's hilarious. Victor says, I can see and hear Terence, so only I could not hear you. Oh, he said, oops, not anymore. Now he's back, and I can hear him. All right, good. Thanks, Victor, for confirming that. Now, are you getting rid of your obligation?
And then, yeah. Can I ping a damage because I cleared a side scheme? I'm small but mighty.
Yes. Go for it. We like ping damage here.
I guess I'll flip down here. I probably should play Crew Quarters.
Probably. You should probably play Helicarrier too, though. You may want to just pay for Helicarrier first, and then you can use it to pay for Crew Quarters, right? Or are you going to hold off on Helicarrier? I mean, you can hold the obligations for a turn, right? So you spend Genius and 2 resources to pay for Helicarrier. Helicarrier pay for Crew Quarters. Healed 1.
I think I'm actually going to burn Red Room Training to get rid of Weekend.
Really? All right.
Well, mostly just because I don't have a lot of. I actually don't have any cards that I added besides Helicarrier that are physical. Like I just don't like. I
Yep.
don't have that many, so like if I want to get rid of it, I kind of have to.
Yep, that makes sense.
I have five of them in total. 5 physical cards in my deck.
Yeah, that's like
So
me
this is
with
like
mental. Except the
like
difference
one
is
of
I
the
have a
few.
Quinn carrier.
So I'll heal for another 3
Nice.
there, and then what am I shuffling in? Probably
Now,
want to lay down.
hold on a second. This says discard a mental resource from your hand, by the way. So Quinn carrier is not helping me. In case you were wondering, get rid of this garbage.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So I got that going for me, Terrence.
Ironheart, I guess, probably.
What? Oh, are you talking about for me? Discard. Oh, you're searching for something. What did I miss?
For my girl, I'm picking 2 cards to shuffle.
Yeah. Ironheart, is it?
Lay down just because if I flip up plus Sense of Justice is just a 4, so that's super strong, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
And then, I mean, Ironheart just jump seems good.
Is it bad that I'm yawning this much this early?
Yep.
It's not a good sign, Terrence. I do have the heat on in my room. Maybe I turn that off. Ooh, Army Ants. Guess what's definitely coming out this turn? I got Ready to Rumble, which means maybe I do go down this turn and get... Oh, no, Ready to Rumble is not mental. Swarm Tactics is, though.
I'll be up because I'll be hero first player, so you'll be able to use it.
Well, no. It's not that. It's that it's one of my few mental resources that I can get rid of stolen memories. Either that or I just don't worry about that the entire game.
Yeah, you can't use pin particles, which is unfortunate because it's hero. Oh, wait, no, I think you can. You just can't trigger the hero response.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm not doing that. I was going to get rid of swarm tactics. Or are you saying use pin particles instead?
Well, I'm just saying that's another option. If you actually want to use swarm tactics, you can use pin because it is wild.
Yeah. Touche. Good point. All right.
You just don't get the trigger, obviously, but
that's
fine.
All right, we're going to add 2 threat here. We are going to have the villain attack me. I'm going to add 1 threat to the main. Is that scary? Or we don't have a chumper, right? Yeah. I'm going to add a threat. 3 plus another 1 and plus 1 for each obligation, which is another 1. So 3 plus 2 is 5. I will be taking 5 straight to my face. In the face.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you want to use pin particles to heal.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. And what's that, in giant form?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, he schemes for 1.
Ooh, so that's double plus good because I got rid of an advance at the same time, which is like wonderful. All right. So he is now going to give us encounter cards because that's what the villain does. 1 revealed hero, Kang attacks you. Well, isn't that special? Do I defend? Probably defend.
Yeah,
right?
bug.
Oh no, that bug ain't happening. Well, I can add another threat, so the most it could do is 6. So yeah, I'm just gonna take it to my face. Add another threat. Ooh, Shadows of the Past. Everybody drink. That's 5 damage, so I'm down to 2.
Really? Okay.
What did you get? Oh, same obligation. Oh, that's Terrence.
Fine. Remember that time I told you about pin particles? That you can use an alter ego? That's happening.
Yeah. I think I am not swarm tactics. I think I am going to flip down. I mean, it just makes too much sense for me to flip down, right? No.
What's wrong with swarm tactics?
What? It's my only mental resource.
Oh, because you want to heal. Oh, no, but you don't want...
Oh, yeah.
Well, you
I
can't
heal
right?
unless I swarm tactics, ironically.
Yeah.
Oh.
The irony.
The irony of it all.
Alright, well, I'm going to crew quarters myself to 10.
Are you first player?
I am first player, because you were just first player.
Yes.
So you can swarm... That was the saying, you can swarm tactics. That is an option on the table for you. I will flip up. What's the threat at? 8?
Yes.
So let's lay down the law. Wait, hold on. Actually, before I flip up, do I want to shuffle anything in?
Probably. That's what
Professor
you do.
X.
Seems good. By the way, I'm putting a little bit of a drink in my water. That way, since we just drew Shadows of the Past, I can officially drink. One of my friends turned me on to just, if you're like trying to avoid carbs or whatever, just adding a little flavored vodka to water. Actually, it's a nice, subtle flavor, like a hint of flavor, and doesn't get you...
Oh, wait. I should actually probably clear these first.
So wait, what are you doing? Oh, you're clearing the 2 obligations?
Yeah, actually, I just discarded a bunch of stuff, so let me look. Yeah, I'm going to take those cards back out. That was a clear the area and a Professor X.
Yeah, what are you doing instead?
Going to put Genius back in, because I
Seems...
never got it. It was in the 8 cards, and I'm going to put... Hey, Fury?
I mean, clear the area is still a good choice. Right? I mean, it's not great. It's only 2. Fury's always good. Alright.
Alright, so... That.
Well, you need to change forms first, right?
Yep.
If you're laying down the law?
Yep. Laying down the law twice.
Oh, okay, with Sense of Justice and Ingenuity. That takes it to 0. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, Terence, it's like you're a thwarter.
Yep. Do I Rapid Growth?
What does that let you do?
I can use a base power and do stuff. Puts me in the giant form.
It gives you +2 power. So you hit for a trucker?
No, she's not as strong. I think she only has like 2 base attack. So it only hit for like 4.
I mean, it's still better than nothing.
And then you can have a Helicarrier basically. That seems good, right?
Oh, you don't want... Why don't you don't want to hold Pinpoint and smack him next turn? And you use the Helicarrier?
No, I mean, it's still like build up for me probably through my first cycle of the deck, right? So
yeah, all right.
Probably just not gonna play it. The only advantage of staying in Alter Ego, or not Alter Ego, in Tiny, is that I get Violent Synthetic Wings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or maybe I actually just hold Rapid Growth for defense this turn.
Oh, and that gives you +2
jumpers,
defense.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
So I'll just ping him for 1.
My army of ants is going to do as much Terence as you do. Damage as you do, Terence.
I mean, I'm tiny, right? I basically do as much damage as an ant right now.
Right. Well, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to put army of ants out, and since I am tiny, we're going to plink for 1. By the way, that is like my favorite card in the game. Army of ants. I'm pretty sure that is actually true. So Pim Particles will let me what? Draw a card?
Yeah, you can either draw a card or you can take the ready and flip to other side. Those are your options.
Which would heal me for 2, but I need to flip down. So I'm going to pay with Pim and draw my cards now just so I can kind of see what my options are going to be. So instead of paying with Quinn Carrier, into the fray. Don't need that right now, so I'll use that.
You can stun him actually.
If I don't put Fluid Motion in? Oh, I have Quinn Carrier. So yeah.
Yeah, Quinn Carrier and you have a Helicarrier.
Quinn Carrier. Or alright, I'll use Helicarrier for Fluid Motion. And then I'll pay Into the Fray and Quinn Carrier.
Yep. And then
I'm in tiny form, so I can confuse him.
Yep.
Which doesn't seem as good, but it's not bad.
I mean, you don't have physical, right?
Yeah. Well, and I'm not in giant form, so it doesn't matter. So then I'll use your Helicarrier to put Ready to Rumble in.
I thought you used Helicarrier for Fluid Motion.
I might have. You're not going to let me cheat, Terrence? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to flip down because I don't think anything I could do is more important than healing right now.
You get the 1 from flipping down as well.
Oh,
Top
yes.
down 1.
That's right. And then I'm going to Swarm Tactics to get my cards back. Because my Energy Spear is probably in there, which would make me sad. Do I hold Ready to Rumble? Probably not, right? I got 3 of them in my deck. I don't think I need it. Well, it'll let me do something next turn in addition to healing. Which doesn't sound bad right now.
Probably a good idea.
Alright, so I'm going to do that. Do I have to exhaust this card? Yeah, I would have had to exhaust it. So I can't stun and confuse in the same turn. Alright, so ready up.
Always feels good when you draw a Power and Albus with Nick Fury, right?
That does feel good. And hopefully you have Lockhart in your discard pile.
Lockjaw? I don't have Lockjaw.
Not Lockhart. Lockhart is from Harry Potter. Lockhart. Or whatever. Alright, so you are first player, so you're getting attacked. Are you rapid growthing?
Yep. I think that's the right call.
Yep. Alright, so you switch to your large form. So you have 5 defense.
Defending for 5.
Are you going to give him the extra 2? Or just add the threat? I mean,
well,
it's 1 threat.
Is that what's... Yeah, just add the threat.
I think it's well worth saving for 1 threat. So he's attacking for 3, you're defending for 5. There you go, you take no damage. Alright. And then he is confused, so he is not scheming. Alright. Do you need me to help you get your cards?
Well, there you go. Got that going for me.
That's not great. We're adding another threat, I assume?
Yeah. Yep. 4.
It's not bad.
Hey, same as you.
Here, down to 6. Surge! Exhaust your identity. You know, expert cards are happy. Attach to a minion. Give it tough status. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. Place 4 threat on a side scheme. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a side scheme is discarded. Reveal it. Kang the Conqueror. Now, any acceleration, does it stay from mission to mission? I don't remember. Yes?
I think yes. Yes.
Okay, well, it makes sense that it would accelerate.
It doesn't go on the, like...
Side scheme?
I think, like...
Yeah.
Well, they're not sides, but it's, like, 3.
Your personal
like,
area.
Stage 3. Yeah.
Wow. There you go. It's probably a great one.
That's not too
4. When defeated, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck till a minion is discarded. Well, I don't know. There's only 4 cards left there, so that's actually probably not bad at all. Get rid of that garbage.
Yep.
The biggest negative from this turn is I can't heal.
Yep.
And I am first player, which means you can't even heal me with your whatever.
Yep.
I
would recommend playing Wasp for Chump, though. Or stunning him.
Yes, but let me think about Giant Strength. What is that? After you change to Giant Hero form, get +1 attack.
I mean, you have to play this
Which
card,
one?
right? Giant Strength. It's like one of his best cards in his
+1 attack until the end of this turn.
Yes, but it's a permanent.
Oh, every time you go to Giant, you get +1 attack. I got it.
Yeah, I feel like you
always
make
that
you
mistake.
like think this is an event every time, and like, cause I feel like every time I talk to you about Ant-Man deck building, you're like always surprised when I like try to build decks around Giant Strength, and because you think it's an event.
Isn't it worded like an event though? Am I wrong in thinking that it's worded like an event?
No, after you change a Giant form, you get +1 attack till end of this turn.
Yeah.
Hero response.
Till the end of
I mean,
this turn.
I mean, events are also worded like that, but I don't think it's like unique to an event.
All right. Well, anyway, better than Giant Strength is combat training. Let's be honest, because it's just +1 attack. Period. End of story. Thank you and good day. All right. I think I'm gonna put a Ready to Rumble in with the other Ready to Rumble. So that means I wouldn't be able to play Wasp if I do that. So what's the deal with Wasp? Enters play, place a Pim Cannon owner for...
Sure.
So maybe I use the 2 Ready to Rumbles to pay for Wasp?
I will pay for Giant Strength. I will pay for your Giant Strength.
With your Quinn Carrier? So what do you want? Wasp to come in with 1?
Helicarrier. Sure, she just needs to chomp, right? Because you're at 6 health. I mean, I don't. Do you have to
Well,
ready? I
that's
don't know if you
well.
do.
Well, I do more damage than her, but it saves your helicarrier. So I think we go the opposite way. I think you keep your helicarrier for you.
Are you flipping
I
to? Are
think I'm
you
flipping to
flipping to
giant.
giant? And then
Oh,
you
actually,
want
no. I'll
to
flip to tiny. There's no
basically.
reason for me to go to giant. The only reason for giant is to hit for like a truck, but I'll do that next turn. So I think I use,
Or to stun,
but I'm
right?
not going to
But
do that. Like, I don't have the two fists this turn, so it doesn't matter. So you save your helicarrier. I'm using Queen Carrier instead to pay for giant strength, and then I'm
and
gonna
you're just dumping to get 2 hit points here
to get 2 hit points. Oh yeah, for Wasp.
on
Yeah, yeah,
Wasp.
yeah. So I'm
So
gonna
you
flip
attack and
up.
then jump,
Yeah, I'm gonna be in tiny
remove a
form.
threat.
So what is it? What do you want it off of?
Nick Fury will do at least 2.
So you want it off side scheme? Because I can't
Sure.
thwart unless you really want me to thwart with Wasp instead of hitting for 3.
No, Bug could thwart if you really needed
Oh,
to.
that's true. I can thwart. That's right.
He's at full.
Yep. So Bug will thwart.
Yeah, so we'll get that down to 2, and then Nick Fury can at least
Yep.
clear,
So I got 2 counters on
I
Wasp.
guess.
So Wasp has 2 life. And she punches for 3, which gives her damage, and then she will be a chump candidate. 1, 2, 3. And I believe that... Oh, no, that is not it. Because I have an army of ants. Which will poke for 1 more. Love army ants.
A single army of ants.
It is 1 single army of ants, but I will have 2 more eventually. Because I love that
Alright,
card so much.
Second of Fury. Ooh.
Moon Girl with Power in All of Us is pretty good too, because that lets you draw. Oh, Moon Girl and Genius.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't need Power in All of Us then. You could just pay with Helicarrier.
I mean, it's fine, because I want the 3 cards, right? Well, actually, you probably use Genius and Ingenuity, right?
Yep. And that's 3 cards right there, and you got a Power in All of Us to pay for whatever.
Well,
Actually,
you can stack the deck. Like, what's the chances of 2 cards you put in a 3-card stack? That'd be 5 that you draw those cards. It's like 50-50, right? It's like very high.
Well, here's what I would do instead, though. I would actually use Power in All of Us to pay for Moon Girl. That way, because you're guaranteed Genius is always a double resource. Power in All of Us is only a double resource for basic cards, and this is a basic card.
But I can shuffle Genius into my deck. I can't shuffle Power in All of Us.
I mean, do you want to draw Genius when you have Power in All of Us in your hand? I don't know the answer to that, right? You might.
Yeah,
But,
you might, because I don't know what's in these 3 cards, right?
I mean, can you look? Do you have a mansion? Do you have any
I
other
don't have...
super expensive things? I mean, you were already saying
No.
you don't have very expensive stuff. That was part of the reason that, like...
Yeah, I just have Professor, so I can basically stack like Vivian and or Professor X or something.
I mean, I would definitely stack... Why don't you stack Professor X and Genius, then?
Oh, because you can't... Like, if you want to stack it before you draw, you have to do it before you play the card, right?
It's a weird timing thing here. I don't know that you can do an action in the middle of... Because Moon Girl it's a response.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I have to do it before I play the card. So I have to stack the deck now.
Now,
before
if you're going to do it. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, why don't you put... And that's why I also said, why don't you hold on to Power in All of... Or use Power in All of Us. Makes more sense to me. Because you can't put Genius in, right?
Do I do Vivian? Just more chump, more good.
I mean, why not? Either her or Ironheart.
What's the main scheme at?
4.
I don't have Ironheart.
So Ironheart's probably in these cards.
Yeah, I already shuffled Ironheart in.
Yeah.
Alright, so Professor...
And do Vivian then.
Yeah, just Vivian, right? Because at worst, just more chump.
Wait, were you down? You weren't down at the beginning of this turn.
I just flipped down just now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me
Seems
too,
good.
Fort. All right, so now you got to pay for Moon Girl, which lets you draw 3. Because for each mental resource you get to draw.
What do you think the chances of a minion this 4-stack?
Not
I guess
great.
it's just like whatever. Don't chance it, right? I blanket.
Oh, I forgot about that. And you can also play
blanket.
Ironheart.
Blanket. No, I have a 3 ally limit, man.
I mean, you could probably get rid of Fury. But either that or if you thwart with Vivian, she goes away pretty quickly.
Yeah, let's just thwart for 2 off of main.
And then you play Ironheart, lets you draw a card. Which seems... Yeah, why don't you do that right now?
Can't. Hero action. Moon Girl hits for 2, I guess.
Sure.
Right? And then Ironheart thwarts for 1.
Can you see these at all or no? Villain hit points? All right, so villain hit points is 18. Do you want to have counters for yourself? 1 on main?
No, it's fine.
All right.
It's fine. I think that's good, right?
Everything is awesome. I mean, it seems good. I am happy with where we are at right now.
Yeah. I'm sad about my 1-card deck, though. Because it means that I can't shuffle stuff back in. Oh, well.
No, because you're about to draw right now. You already shuffled stuff in. What are you talking about?
That's what I mean. I can't, like, shuffle on my next turn.
Oh, pay for stuff before you go up. You did it turn 1, right?
I mean, I already shuffled this round. I can't do it. Alright, so time to drop.
No, I'm saying next turn, you're going to pay for stuff, right? You pay for Heroic Intuition using 2 mental things, and you're good. Alright. So I guess I should ready up and draw up.
I got some chumps for you, man.
I mean, I got chumps for me, too. I chumps for days.
But I get to shuffle my chumps back into my deck.
That's good, actually, and I honestly don't mind hitting for 3 with Wasp.
You could just hit for 3, right? So.
Yeah, I definitely don't mind that. Ooh, Ant-Man's helmet, by the way, so good. Yeah, we both said it at the same time. That's how good. You know something's good when after you change the giant form, heal 2 damage. Yes, please, and thank you. After you change the tiny form, draw a card. Yes, please, and thank you. And I got another army of ants, and martial prowess. That's the only problem. I might need your helicarrier this turn, or whatever. We'll see. All right, so add 2. Oops, that was 3. So we're up to 3 threat on the main scheme. Then Kang is going to attack me. You said you were going to chump?
Yeah, Fury's going away. Might as well.
Yep, so we're getting +2 attack for him. Pyro boosts him. By the way, there was a minion, so thank you for getting rid of the text there.
I mean, Vivian was kind of an audible. It was kind of Vivian was in like the Wasp comics for Nadia, and I was just like, it'd be kind of nice to like put her in the thing, right?
By the way, Vivian's just a good card. Like, I mean, she's just really good. Like, blanking a text box is...
It feels super situational because there's a lot of like cards that just aren't that interesting.
You know what's great? This is twice this happened to you. Drawing in advance on a scheme action.
She's just a genius. That's.
I mean, it's like double plus good anytime you draw in advance on a scheme action. All right, so I'm gonna draw my card. We'll draw your card. We do have to add an acceleration token.
Oh wait.
Because that's a thing. Then we shuffle these in. And no more obligations, no more surges, please. Because I never want to flip down again now. Okay?
Where's Vivian? You're definitely getting a minion on this. We clear it.
Yeah, for sure. Or we just never clear it. I mean, it's just 1 acceleration, right? Well, now, what happens? It does something if we don't clear these going into the next stage, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gets a permanent acceleration token, so it's bad.
That seems terrible.
Uh-huh.
So let's not do that because that would be 3 acceleration.
Yep.
So what's this? 3 plus 2 is 7? Or, I mean, 3
Yep.
plus 4 would be 7. Let's be honest. Math. Good. Peter, bad.
Put the acceleration token up. You did.
Yep. You're first player?
Gotta move it by hand.
Oh, just tell me. I'll hit your buttons for you, Terence.
Go up to 8. Shuffle Furion?
I mean, why not? Do you have anything else to pay for right now?
Yeah, except I feel like I need my giant help.
Well, do you need to clear the area and one way or another? There's literally nothing you could use to pay for anything? Because you want Heroic Intuition out, right? Although I guess you want to be up to get the pin particles. So yeah, it's probably not worth it. Just shuffle Furion. That's fine.
Yeah. It's what, like, you're like min-maxing a single card on the shuffle. It's fine.
Yeah.
I probably do giant here, right? I mean, as much as the plink damage would be nice, I feel like giant help gets me an extra, and I can thwart for an extra as well.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Okay, so let's see.
I'm not going to be much help for thwarting. I mean, I could thwart for 2 this turn. I mean, 3, I guess, theoretically.
Can you deal with this minion?
Which one?
Well, I guess
Sure.
we'll see if we clear it.
Absolutely, I can. Dude, I got a 3 punch with Wasp and my own punch.
I want to grab that.
Oh no, my punch is going to be 3, 4, 5. I get at least a 5 punch. Plus an extra 3 if we need it.
Okay.
Wait, what is this?
Here we go. How you feel about this?
That's a module
Vivian,
we didn't play with.
that side scheme.
Yes, please.
Is it till end of round?
Not elite minion.
Dude, I could even blank. I could even
Until the
blank
end of the round.
Brotherhood. Say we don't even get the card instead. That's also an option.
Wait, Brotherhood doesn't do anything though. All it does is
it would be for the icon and the quick strike. Like you could actually just blank that.
No, we can take care of the 7.
All right, so
Can't
I mean
we?
the first thing first is you clear the area on that too, right?
Okay. What does that let you do?
Draw a card.
Okay.
Do you need this more than me?
I mean, I don't know. You're our threat removal, and right now threat's more of an issue than minions. Right?
All right, so Vivian's blanking that Rampage card.
Okay. I mean, I guess you could do this. If you don't think you can get the 7, then blank this one, right?
Well, I'm thwarting for base 3. So that puts that down to 4, right?
Yep. And you got giant help, which is another 3.
Then, well, it's another 4.
Oh, right. Are you clearing Brotherhood? With that other 4?
Well, so what's that at now? That's at 4?
It's at 4.
Okay.
And what does Pim do?
Pim heals me for 2.
That seems worth it.
Giant help for 4. So that just clears this.
Okay, and I draw a card with Skilled Investigator. Seems good. Oh, another giant strength. I can't pay for all this.
You said you're not thwarting. Is that true?
I could. I mean, but I can also punch for a bazillion. Well, it's probably better for me to thwart at this point. Even with all my... Because we're not bringing out a minion. We got to kill this while it's still up.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna burn... Do I burn Moon Girl? Probably, right?
Yeah, of course. Moon Girl and Vivian.
One of them's dying. Do you want me to just burn both of them?
Yeah, just get rid of it.
And I have one chump left?
Yeah, because then we can use Wasp as a chump. Because again, Wasp is better for attacking, and I don't really care that much about her 3 attack, especially if I can play a bunch of stuff. You know.
All right, so I'll
So if
that.
I don't have to worry about it, I'll just chump for you with Wasp at this point.
I mean, I still have Ironheart.
Yeah.
As well. And then I still have Hellcarrier for you, and I got you a car. So that feels pretty good.
It feels great. I appreciate that. All right, so I'll use your Helicarrier right now along with Genius to put in my helmet. I mean, he builds up such a ridiculous board. I can't not Martial Prowess, but I'm going to not Martial Prowess this turn, maybe? Yes? I hold Martial Prowess and put in Army of Ants and Giant Strength?
Sure. I mean, that's 2 cards out.
Yeah, so Army of Ants comes out. And then another Giant Strength with Surprise Attack. I mean, at this point, there's a lot of stuff going on. All right, let me punch for 2. Oh, of course I'm flipping. Are you kidding me? I'm about to punch him for about a bazillion. All right. So the only thing I'm not getting is Fluid Motion this turn. But when I flip to Giant form, let's go over this one thing at a time. So first things first.
6.
After you uh-oh. I'm saving. Overwrite. Make sure that worked. Okay. Terence, are you there? I can't hear Terence. Can you hear me? Alright, when I attack for my 6... Oh, why did my health go down? That was the wrong way. I was at 6. I gained 2 health, not lose 2 health. So I punch for 6, which heals Bug. And takes him down to 9. Then Bug will thwart for 1. Because she still doesn't have her energy spear, so thwarting is fine as an option. Yep. Do. I did not get my Fluid Motion, but that is okay. I'm going to hold on to Martial Prowess. Terence, I think I can hear you. You there?
Yep.
Let me just make sure you are there for the streamed audience. It looks like you probably are. Yes. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the internets tonight, but it's not great. All right, so Terence, we got 9 health to go. Unfortunately, I am in Giant form, which means I only get to draw 3. I'll ready up for you. Oh, and I just decked also, which is a thing.
Oh, I also decked. I forgot to do that.
Wait, you decked last turn?
Yeah. Should I just take it this turn? Sure.
By the way, I have Wasp. I will not need your cards unless we get a side scheme, by the way. Because I have 2 double resources and Wasp, which I can't play. So Martial Prowess is definitely coming out. Oh, I could use a double resource to stun him. Heck yeah.
I feel like you forget about Risk Gauntlet sometimes.
I mean, sometimes. I don't disagree with that. I can use my Quinn Carrier on you, Terence. I am well aware that I cannot. So hopefully we get rid of a side scheme, because I'd love a Skilled Investigator this turn.
I do have one way or another, so we can make that dream happen.
Yeah. It feels like something we need to do. Okay, so let's add 3 to the main, so it's up to 6. We're gonna have him attack since we have so many chumpers. I assume we are not gonna worry about the extra 2 damage. So I will chump with Wasp on this attack, and for 5 damage total, that is just fine. And Terence, I assume you are chumping with Ironheart, so you don't care about the extra 2. Exhaust a character you control. Sorry, Terence. That is a terrible boost, but it happened. You know what? It's better than me. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's go ahead and draw our cards. Oh, we got Brant in the chat. Got an extra energy spear on that bug ASAP. Yeah, no, I did not draw energy spear. It must have been one of the 8 cards that got taken from me with that stupid obligation. I agree, though. I would love an energy spear. And Marvel Champions Monthly says, movie pairings are always fun. And Marvel Champions Monthly, you missed it, but we were definitely talking about Con of Heroes at the beginning, and we will be talking about it again at the end as well in our discussion. We're going to talk about like organizing a convention. All right. You were first player.
First player, right?
Oh, we did that in the reverse order, so I should be exhausted, not you. Get unexhausted. We did that in the wrong order. I guess I could have chumped for you, and you could have chumped for me, which is, I guess, what we did. So, yeah, you get exhausted, buddy.
Okay, well, he's attacking me.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I guess I just eat that.
Or I could defend for you. I have 3 defense, which isn't the end of the world. And I'm just going to be... I'm not turning to giant form this turn, so I'm not that worried about it.
It's fine. Let's just put a threat on the main. And
for
I'll
sure.
Take this. So that's 4.
-1 for your wings or your giant form?
No, I'm giant because I did a bunch of threat clearing, I think.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
What does it do?
I was wondering when that shield was going to show up. Heard the temporal shield. Basically just does the damage back to you and prevents all the damage.
For 1 attack, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like way nicer than some of the cards that have come out since then.
Well,
it, like, does the
especially
amount of damage
when
back to you that you do.
Oh, but it's only attacked.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can do that from Alter Ego form, potentially. Or not Alter Ego, whatever.
That card sucks. Frozen Time.
When attached character would ready, discard this card instead. Huh. Okay.
Yeah. It's nice that's not an obligation, though.
Surge. Each player takes an indirect damage for each obligation. So nothing. See, that's the right use of Surge. Oh, come on.
Are you sure you didn't want to be exhausted from that boost?
And a Surge. On top of that, by the way. Oh, yay. Didn't that just happen last time?
You love that? Yeah, the double X. No, you had time. You didn't have exhaustion come up.
Hero, Kang attacks you. By the way. Yeah, I guess so. So we'll add 1 threat to the main. He attacks for 3, 4, 5. Shadows of the Past. Bye-bye. Everybody drinks. So that knocks me down to 3 health, which is not where I want to be. And there's my obligation. After you use a basic power, well, we don't have to worry about that for a while since I'm exhausted for, I don't know, ever.
What's main threat at?
Main
4?
threat's at 8.
8. Okay.
And I am first player. And I don't really have a whole lot to do here, Terence.
Do you want a side scheme? I think you don't, right?
Well, the only benefit would be Skilled Investigator. I don't know. These aren't attacks. So they don't even trigger this bullcrap. Do I want to be...
Are you flipping to Alter Ego to heal?
That's the question, isn't it?
Wait, did you heal when you flipped?
I did.
When you had helmet out?
I did.
You did.
I went from 6 to 8, and then I just got punched in the face for 5. I
'Cause
do
you could
get to draw a card if I go to...
You could stun and then flip.
Oh, that's a good call.
I'm
definitely stunning,
Do you want...
right?
Do you want...
There's no question.
Do you want me to pull a side scheme out?
Why don't you... You're going to just pull a tour out, right?
I don't know if there's any tours left. It probably is like the... It's either like Rampage or the other stuff.
Are you going to pull it out anyway?
I mean, I was planning on it, but I don't have to.
If you're going to pull it out anyway, do it now while I've got Skilled Investigator.
Because then you can use your thingy to remove 1 threat, I guess.
Yeah, if I go to Tiny Form, which would also let me draw a card. Right?
Do you want Corrupted Time Stream?
What's
That's
that
6.
I mean, can you deal with 6? Remember, I am of no use right now. This turn is like a dead turn for me. I'm basically putting out Martial Prowess, and that's it. And next turn I won't be useful either because I'm kind of frozen in time.
The other option instead of that is the Rampage card. Those are the 2 side schemes in here.
And you can't blanket, though. I mean, I don't think we want to deal with a minion right now. What's this one? Each player must either discard a random card or place 2 threat. I mean, actually, I don't mind discarding a random card. Honestly.
Do you want to do that after you play
after
Martial
I
Prowess?
play Martial Prowess, right? Then I just discard Wasp, right, as my random card.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I'll just put 2 on there.
So that puts it at 4.
Yep.
Now, are you going to get rid of it?
I mean, I'm playing Professor X, so he'll thwart for at least 3.
Okay, but that's not going to be on my turn. It's the problem. So the question is, do I go to tiny form? I mean, I almost can't, right? Unless you're going to chump with Professor X for me. Are you playing Professor X and Fury? Do you have 2 chumpers?
I can probably play Professor X and Fury.
All right, so if you have 2 chumpers, there's no reason for me to go down, right? Is that what we want here?
Do you want to go down to heal? I guess you don't really have
I
healing.
can't heal for 2 turns. That's the problem. So I'm kind of stuck here in stasis at this point.
You have to go to Tiny, though, right? So
Yeah, I would go to
Tiny.
So I could heal next turn with my changing to Giant and do a bazillion damage. I'll be able to draw a card. I have Quinn Carrier.
Is it worth me then going down to Ultra Ego if I can confuse him? Because that confuses and stay.
Oh, he's stunned, by the way. So there's almost no reason. You don't even have to play both, now that I think about it. All right, I'm staying up. Since I'm first player and he's stunned, I'm staying up. You can confuse and go down if you want. I'm changing which does what. Remove his threat from scheme. You want it from the side or main?
Let's just do side if I'm going down, I guess.
Okay. When I do that, I also get to use my helmet to draw a card, which is an energy sphere. Guess what?
I'll help. I'll help.
No, I got
yourself.
Quinn Care.
Okay.
The only negative is bugs at a damage already, so and I'm not going to be able to heal him for 2 turns, which is a little sad. We are going to army ants twice to take away 2 damage because that's what we do. He's down to 7 life, by the way. There's more threat on the main scheme than there is life on Kang. There's 8 threat and only 7 life on Kang.
All right.
And I am
You done?
done, yeah, unfortunately. I mean, I got a great board. Stupid stasis.
Nick Fury.
Yep.
Him and this. Professor X, stun him. Or confuse him.
I mean, he's dead next... Oh, no, he's not dead next turn because I'm freaking stasis. Never mind. I don't know that I want him dead anyway with me at 3 health. Gotta be honest.
Professor X clears side scheme.
Okay, it has 3, so he does 3, so I draw a card. And the benefit of that is I get to decide if I want it. Throg! Throg! I like Throg.
One here. This.
Are you double laying down the law at some point?
No, probably not, just because I'm going to flip into Ultra Ego.
Oh, okay.
But Giant Help for 4 off of main.
Alright, so that knocks it down to 4.
Fury drops it down to 2.
Fury drops down to 2. Now, why are you going Alter Ego? Just to heal?
Oh, just because I have a confuse there.
I know, but we have 2 chumpers this turn. Which will not be there. The confuse will be there until he's dead.
Well, you're killing him next turn, aren't you not?
I don't know. I can't go up, don't forget. I am stupid, frozen in time. I would like to kill him next turn, but...
Oh, do you need me to kill him next turn?
Well, do we want to kill him next turn is a bigger question. With me at 3 health. Do I want to be in my own zone at this point? Or do we want to slow play it? That's why I'm saying, if we got 2 chumpers this turn, why don't you just hold the confuse? We take an extra turn for me to be able to actually heal up. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I guess I'll burn that instead. How much else do you have?
He have 7. We can kill him in one turn, easy. I'm just saying it might be smarter to slow play at one turn.
Okay.
And yeah, save that for when we do burn him. That way you can just burn your guy down pretty quickly.
Well, I mean, I can always just shuffle them back in my deck.
All right, touche.
Um,
I need healing though. My 3 life is not instilling confidence in me. That's
so
why
you want me to stay up?
Well, you've got 2 chumpers, and he's stunned. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it doesn't make sense. Now, if you could punch him for 1, that would be good. Doesn't have to be this turn, because don't forget he's got his temporal shield also.
Yep.
Which is a thing.
All right.
All right, so you're done? You need me to ready
Yep.
your cards?
Yep.
So I will ready up. I will draw up. I am going to hold Throg, even though... Oh! Although now I have Wolverine. What's Hivemind? Remove 2 threat from a scheme. An additional threat for each army of ants. So I could thwart for 4 next turn. Although we don't really need the thwarting.
I feel like I've been thwarting pretty okay.
You've been thwarting great. This isn't a big... Like, I mean, there have definitely been a lot of side scheme stuff. But this isn't a big threat dude either. He's more about punching you for freaking 5 at a time.
And I feel like I've made sure we've had to thwart many side schemes, though.
Yes. No. I mean, you're doing that to yourself, but you also get 3 cards to deal with those side schemes. That's why I'm not sure I love that card. I mean, it's good, but like, you draw 3 cards, but you're going to use those 3 cards to get rid of the side scheme you pulled. Now, you get to pull whichever one you want, as you pointed out in the past, so the timing's good, so it's not a bad card. I know you love that card. I don't know that I love the card. I think it's good.
It's just more options, right? Like, you get to see more of your deck, so you get to actually, like,
That's
play
true. Going through your deck faster is always a benefit. And you don't have to get rid of it either, right? If it's a not bad side scheme, you can now use it for attacking or clearing the main. So, yeah, no, it does open up options. Don't get me wrong. What's this? After you use a basic power. Well, I don't have to worry about that because I'm frozen in time. Oh, which reminds me, I am not ready, but frozen in time is gone. I feel like I haven't been drawing those cards that, like, Rennie me, which makes me sad. So we'll add 3 to the main. That puts it up to 5. Then he is going to try to attack me, but he is stunned. He will attack you, and I assume you're chumping with 1 of your 2 dead at the end of the turn, people. So we're going to give him 5 attack and 7 attack. You know who I haven't seen is my ally that gets rid of these forced...
Sunfire.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sunfire, so maybe that's
but you can't Sunfire Temporal Shield because it's not in action.
Yeah. I could have this stupid weapon, though, if that had been in. Oh, no.
Yep.
Nope.
No. He doesn't have any of the things you can Sunfire away, I don't think.
All right, so Sunfire, maybe not the best play in this, but guess what? I didn't bring him, apparently.
I mean, he's a 2-cost chump. Feels good. And tax for 2.
Yes, that is not incorrect. All right. The villain attacks you. See? We needed that extra chumper. There we go. 7 damage. Nobody beats the blob.
That's it. Is that a me problem?
I mean, for 1 more turn, unless I draw a card that lets me ready.
I just mean, is blob a me problem?
That's what I'm saying. I could kill him easily if I could ready. I attack for 6 or more. Just like
I mean, you have surprise attack.
Oh, what you're saying is you want me to deal with this. I could do that.
You don't have to. I'm just saying you actually have stuff. Okay, so I'm first player.
I definitely want to try to play Wolverine if I can.
Are we trying to kill him this turn?
I don't think so, because he still has a stupid shield, right? By the way, I can deal damage with my Army of Ants, too. So I could literally kill him with Surprise Attack and Army of Ants. Which is freaking awesome, right? Although Army of
Yeah.
Ants get by this stupid shield, so we never have to get rid of the shield. It'll just take 4 more turns for me to kill him with the Army of Ants.
All right, so I put out my own skilled investigator.
Yay! Which means you're one way or another, I assume. Because I could actually help you clear a threat with Hive Mind if we really need.
Do you have to exhaust it, or just they exist?
What do you mean?
Oh no, yeah, they just exist. You don't have to do anything
Yes.
for Hive Mind.
I mean,
That's cool.
I say I could do all these things, but at some point I'm not going to have resources to pay for everything.
So the one way or another left is Rampage, I think. Do we actually want that?
That would bring out a minion, which would make Throg tough. I mean, I don't know that it's worth it. The minions aren't great in this deck. Oh, by the way, we're using Brotherhood side scheme, which we never really said at the beginning. But all right, I got to turn this heater off in this room. That's what's making me tired, and I'm about to turn it into a crispy waffle.
Pumpkin.
Yes, Peter, pumpkin eater.
Are you a pumpkin eater? Pumpkins are pretty tasty when they're cooked.
I like pumpkin pie.
Yeah. Melanie makes me pumpkin pie, not because she likes it, but because I like it.
Yeah, I'm making a rum cake tomorrow for the Super Bowl, and I'm also making guacamole for the Super Bowl. So, but I feel
Is that
like
at 4? Did I do that right?
What was that? It's at 5. The
scheme.
main scheme. Oh, side scheme's at 4. Yes. Did you draw thwarty stuff? You drew me.
I have rapid growth, which allows me to thwart for stuff.
For stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, you're already big for him, so that lets you thwart for 4.
For if I put Helmet out, that's 5.
I mean, you don't need to thwart for 5 unless you could separate it.
Wait, but do you want to clear that so you get the minion so you can play Throg, or no?
I don't really care. I'd rather play Wolverine, honestly. If I can afford Wolverine.
So I'm already thwarting for
Skilled
3.
Investigator helps, certainly.
So if I do this, I thwart for 4. Do I need rapid growth? What's main? Main's at 4.
Main's at 5.
5?
Yes.
That's fine, right?
Yeah, no. I mean, unless we lose it, we don't lose the game. And he thwarts for 1 at a time. And we'll thwart it down some.
Alright, so I'll thwart offside.
So then we both get our skilled investigators. Another surprise attack. Now, can I trigger both of them? I can, right? If I really wanted to. So that might be in order. We'll see. Oh, there you go. So I could kill both of those guys. Both of them.
You could surprise tag him, right?
I can surprise tag both if you want me to.
So do I go to Tiny?
What's the benefit?
I can pinpoint strike.
What, to kill him?
Yeah.
What does that do?
If you can kill both, do I just go to Alter Ego?
Well, hold on. If you pinpoint strike, that 1 damage carries over? Is that how that works?
I mean, I get the benefit of the 1 damage carries over.
Which doesn't trigger this, by the way, because it's only triggered by an attack. So if you could do like 5 overkill, if you could get him to 5 damage, that would be ridiculous. Because the 5 overkill plus my ants would actually clear this stage without us ever having to get rid of the shield.
Wait, how much is he at?
He's
7?
At 7. So if you could do 5, my 2 army ants would get us to 7. Unfortunately, I can't help at all with that. I guess theoretically I could clobber.
Oh, you have double surprise attack is what you were just saying, because you just drew 1.
Yeah, but I could clobber if you wanted to get him to 3. Can you do 2 more anyway? Shape or form? But only.
Clobber who?
I could clobber him to get 3 down. If you could do 2 more damage, that would be 5, right? Well, I guess theoretically we just kill him next turn with my army ants, and we never have to get rid of temporal shield. You see my point?
So if I kill this guy...
So let me clobber him.
You want to clobber him?
Yes. All right. So I'm clobbering him with Throg and one of my surprise attacks.
Or Hive Mind, right?
And then deal 3 damage. If it's your first card you played this round, return to your hand. So it's fine. Oh, I guess I could do Hive Mind. Let me hold Throg just to be safe. I'd rather do Hive Mind, you're right. Because I'd like to play Wolverine, but if I can, I'll play Throg. So I clobber, but then clobber comes right back to my hand.
So he's at 3.
So he's at 3. So you now do Pinpoint, which is going to do 4 overkill damage, right? I mean, we're literally 1 short of being able to kill him this turn, but I think that's fine.
What? Pinpoint does 8 damage.
Oh. Perfect. So that is 5 over. So he's at 2.
And my 1 for being small and mighty.
Well, sure.
Because I just killed him, right?
So I save an army. I have 1 extra army of ants. That's not going to do anything. I would love your helicarrier. I don't even know if it's going to be enough. Oh, but he's dead, by the way, right? Let's not forget the important part here. I'm still going to be able to surprise attack him. Yes, with your helicarrier, I can also get out Wolverine. So I would appreciate your helicarrier.
Sure.
Well, not now. Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not playing Red Room.
All right, so Army Ants is going to kill him, but we don't advance till the end of the stage, right? Advance the main scheme.
Yeah, it's end of the phase. The turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Oh. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do that. And then I change to giant form, which heals me 2. And then I surprise attack with martial prowess to do 4 to this jobber. By the way, I'm going to have this in front of me. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. But yeah, we ended up killing him without getting rid of Temporal Shield, which seems fun, right? All right, so you said you have a helicarrier for me?
Yeah, I didn't use it.
So with Quinn Carrier, Helicarrier, Clobber, and Throg, I get Wolverine in.
Okay.
And it's going to be slashy slash time next. Oh, I do 1 extra point of damage too. I poke 1. So yeah, I didn't even need to use my army advance. So
what you're saying is you didn't actually have to play Clobber.
Is that true?
Because couldn't you?
I could have done the 3. No, I needed 1. We needed 1. Wait, you did 8, which would have been 2 over, which would have got him down to 5.
Plus my 1 for being small money, so he's down to 4.
4, and I could only do 3. 1 here.
I see.
2, 3. Yeah, so I didn't need it. All right. So we are 1/3 of the way done this game. I only draw 4, and I'm in my own zone, which is not ideal. But let's go ahead and advance. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, this guy, toughness.
Yep, they always start tough, dude. The villain's attacks gains piercing. He attacks for 4. And the problem is I don't really have a great jumper. I probably would have been better off with Throg here instead of... Oh, no, I'd defend for 3. So that's fine. I'll just defend.
This guy hits like a truck, man.
He does. Of all the Kangs I didn't want to see, that was the one.
Well, you probably also don't want the one that like retails or whatever, right? Like this guy, Iron Lad.
Yeah. My big problem is I still can't use Bug because I can't attack because I keep having to live, which is sad.
Keep having to live.
I don't like living, Terence. I don't like it at all. Why does this keep happening to me?
All right. Am I first player?
Sure. We'll call you first player.
So this goes up by 1. So does yours.
Yep.
He attacks me. I hope I don't die. Nice, nice.
So what do you just take 3? Oh, 2.
Take 2.
What do you mean you hope you don't die? I'm the one on 5 health here, buddy boy. And we are in our own worlds. Oh, I
You
have to do
actually,
me.
you actually have chumpers.
Well, not really. Do you really think I want to chump with Wolverine or freaking Bug? I don't think so. I'm just gonna.
I'm just saying you have those options on
Yeah, I'm
too.
gonna defend. Is what's gonna happen here. So he's attacking me for 4. I defend for 3, plus 2. So he attacks for 6. I take 3.
Oof.
Everything's fine. Don't pay no attention to the 3 threat on this scheme that I have no way of dealing with either. Don't worry about it. I have an army. I have another army of ants.
Oh man. Okay, Toad. All right.
Oh, you got Toad? I got 1 revealed. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for the Brotherhood side scheme and reveal it.
Have fun with that.
Which one is that one?
It's the one that has plus card.
Oh. Well, that's good.
It's like 5 threat for you, I think. That one. Yeah, hint or 2.
So that's 5. I mean,
Yep.
I could also just lose mine and we take an extra side scheme at the beginning of the next one. It wouldn't be that wouldn't
Kang's
be
Dominion?
that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I don't know what they do, but can't be as bad as all this.
I think it makes him invulnerable or something.
Until we get rid of it, which you could probably do in 1 turn. Because I also would love to get rid of this thing. Army of Ants is my only fist resource. I would hate to get rid of that, but I mean, I'm not that greedy.
I mean, he only has 1 thwart, so you got that going for you. Assuming you draw well on your boost.
Yeah, so do I just scheme or thwart with Wolverine?
For 1.
I mean, do I just go down and put in Ready to Rumble?
Ready to Rumble and Army Ants.
Well, the problem is then I can't get rid of this.
Wait,
I can get rid of it next turn though.
You can also stun him, right? This turn.
Wait, not stun. I'm in giant, so yes, stun. So I'd have to go to tiny. I don't have 2 fists. Oh, I do with Army of Ants. You think that's the right play?
No, I'm just trying to enumerate your options here.
So
I was like, oh, you could confuse him, but you're not in tiny, and then you can't flip down, right? So.
I mean, here's the other option. I punch him for 3 with Wolverine and chump with Wolverine. The only scary part is if he draws a minion, I'm screwed. I do get to draw a card when I flip to tiny because of my helmet. But I don't really have great stuff in my hand to do stuff. Going down is the smartest move, or the safest move. I don't know if smartest. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you just thwart for 1 just to get the problem is you're gonna have to deal with 2 cards next turn, right?
Well, no, I can Ready to Rumble also to thwart for more. I'll be down to 1 health is the problem, but whatever. 1 health versus 2, I don't know that matters that much. Because I could thwart at that point, right? For 2 more, and I could confuse them, meaning the following turn I can go down. And I could triple Army Ansem. I can Wolverine them. So there are some options.
Would you try to burn the side scheme?
I don't think I can.
Because you get it down to 4. You can thwart for 2.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you can only do 4. You can only do 4.
I mean, it depends what card I draw too. I don't have that many thwarted cards though, to be honest.
You only have Hive Mind.
Which would be great.
Didn't you just discard it?
Is there only 1 in my deck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not great. I'm doing it. I'm going tiny, and we'll see what happens. It seems like a terrible idea, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to discard into the fray to put Ready to Rumble in. I'm gonna go tiny. Go tiny. It's your birthday. Go tiny.
Wait, are you stunning him this turn? No.
I can't stun. I didn't have 2 fists. Well, I did with Army of Ants. Do you think I should have stunned him? Yeah, that's probably the smarter move. So let's say I stunned him before I switch.
Draw a card.
Because that way, if we draw a whatchamacallit, and it keeps Wolverine alive another turn. So yeah, when I flip,
and you can still chum with them if you have to, right?
When I flip down, I draw a card. So that'll be nice to confuse him. Next turn, I can't do it the same turn. I think I actually have to exhaust it, right?
You have to exhaust
Where is it?
Yeah.
Where the heck is it?
Yep. It's here on the left.
Oh, this one. Yeah. So I use the giant to stun. But I can confuse next turn. And I'll have another... Oh! Actually, ready myself. And so I could play my other Ready to Rumble right now. Although, I don't really have a resource. And you can't give me one because we're in different locations. Alright, Wolverine...
Yeah, I mean, like, do you save your energy just to use the gauntlets next turn?
Probably. Wolverine's going to attack for 2. Or for 3. And piercing. Or did we say... Oh, I forgot. I also can pink one off. Do I pink one off the side scheme? Probably.
Are you thwarting side?
I do take 2 damage if I do that because of this nonsense.
You take 1,
I take 1
right?
damage. Yeah, sorry. 1. Which...
Man, living
on
prayer.
The edge. You can't help you. And then I poke for 2. Or do I attack so I can then attack with bug? I mean... Well, let's do the 2. Do I attack and attack with bug? Or I could even thwart with bug, right? What do you think, Terence?
I mean, you probably want to burn Brotherhood down as fast as possible, so you have to figure out like how you're gonna get that last whatever vestiges out, right?
So what are you saying?
Or you
saying
or are you just trying to burn the villain down?
I was trying to burn the villain down, and then you can help me get rid of this stupid crab. If I could kill him next turn.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, because when I flip up, I get all these giant strengths. I heal for 2.
Yeah, just don't forget that your nemesis comes out.
Well, not yet. When we both kill our villain, I think yours will take a little bit longer, right?
Yeah, probably.
I just want us in the same zone. All right, so I'm going to do the attack. So I attack for
1.
Oh, should I have done
2.
that before I flipped down? Hold on, I should have done that before I flipped down, right?
Yeah.
So it would have been...
It'd be 4.
3, 4. Yeah, because I don't get any of these other things. So 4, but then bug could also attack for 3. So that's 7 more, right?
Yep.
And then I did add the threat back on here. So yeah, we're down to 10. I mean, that to me makes more sense, right?
Yep.
And next turn, I can definitely burn down 10, no question. And then, don't I go right to your place or no?
At the end, like the next phase or whatever.
Oh, yeah. All right.
All right. So I'm gonna clear the area. Draw a card.
For skilled investigator.
Also skill investigator.
So you get another card, but you decked.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. I probably just Wasp Sting, right?
Sure.
Because he's tough, so my overkill is just gonna go on the tough.
Yeah, which is only 1, so it's great. Wait, don't you do 1 when you clear?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
you already planked it, right?
I'm gonna kill him with Wasp Sting, and then my small and mighty's gonna plank tough.
Oh, minion or side scheme.
Like pinpoint strikes, overkill is gonna hit tough, and I'll do like 1 damage to him from small and mighty. That seems dumb.
Yeah, that does seem dumb.
All right.
Your side looks very clean. You're in your own world, like you're in a vacation home. You got like Barbie's dream house. like in your area. I'm in like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome over here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Do I pinpoint strike? I probably just get red room training out, right?
Yeah, at this point. Because don't forget, I will be in your area. So how does that work? As soon as I defeat him, when defeated, remove the present future war from the game at the end of the phase. So I can't confuse your guy, which yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, but your guy's gonna attack me then if I am not down. So I should probably
Yes.
That's not great.
I'll probably rapid growth here to hit him for 4.
Okay.
And then flip down. And then crew quarters up to 7.
Hey, what's it like having life? You have
and
the cleanest board I've ever seen, Terence.
That's how I like to play.
And I'm probably gonna die here. This is the story of our stream. Peter's side, Terence's side, like in everything. I probably don't keep Ready to Rumble.
Do you not? Because you could. Whoa. Because
I can't flip down. No, my card that says flip, it says flip to your other form, so it probably means I can't flip down, correct? Or is that not true?
For what?
I have
Red Rumble, you have to be flipping into hero.
No. Oh.
Because it's a hero response, right? Like, it's after the change.
Yep. All right, so definitely not. Don't need that. I draw 4 cards. Clobber into the fray. Surprise attack. Ironheart. So I will have a chumper, at least. I get that going for me. So we're fine. What that means is we're fine. All right. I'm going to add a threat. Because we don't do the acceleration while we're in this side, right? This is our own worlds. It is not affected by acceleration. Is that true?
You do the, like, +1 that it says.
Well, correct.
On the top.
But not the acceleration that's on the main scheme. Yeah.
No, because I think it says it stays on main, or for like I don't know where the 2 card is, but it says it on the 2 card.
It's probably right there.
Place 1 section here for your side scheme, blah blah. And I think on the here it says would be placed on other sides you place on here.
Yeah, so it just stays there, and this is a blank. So yeah, that it's just holding. Okay.
Yeah, because I think it would just probably make these areas super hard for people who can't port.
Well, like me. All right, so it's at 4 right now. And yours is at 1.
Yep.
Okay, so he tries to attack me, but is stunned. So that goes away. You want to do your attack?
You didn't hit my button.
Oh, sorry, man.
That's okay.
Thwart or scheme. So 2 + 1. Attach this card to the minion. Give it a tough status card where there are no minions, so you're good. So
that's 3.
Yep, it's up to 4. Hey, it should be up to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the same as me, except I'm drawing an extra card, but you already drew an extra card. So, please no brotherhood. Please no brotherhood. Time of hijinks. Discard the highest cost card you control, then place it face down under this card.
It's Quinn Carrier or Helmet, and I feel like
no, it's not. It's
Carrier.
It's Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah, which is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Alter Ego, discard a lightning. That's easy enough for me. Oh, you dog.
You do have Ironheart. Alright, Surge. Time. Ooh, that's no bueno. So does this fizzle then? I guess it does.
What? What does it say?
Obligation. Because you're on my play area.
That is interesting, right? I don't know.
Because it doesn't like surge or anything, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. Cool.
Well, it says give to the Scott Lang player, though. Maybe you still have to give it to me.
What did the internet say?
I don't know. Anybody in the chat, please let us know what you think. Because we are not in the same zone. But it's still just, it doesn't say give to another player in your zone. It just says give to the Scott Lang player, period. End of story.
Oh, wait, dude, you're not supposed to have hero obligations.
Oh, we're not in this?
Yeah, see, mine's up here.
Oh.
Okay.
So you get that
Depowered.
instead.
There we go.
Oh, and that's probably why to... which one is this?
I have to use a hero-specific card.
Oh, you're already an alter ego, though. So that's good for you. Good
Of
for
course I'm an alter
you.
ego.
You're happy and healthy, baby. Do, 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 do. You know what's
Am I
great
doing
for
this turn?
me is you're getting the extra card from Brotherhood if I can get to your zone.
Aren't you flipping down, dude? So you can like heal.
I heal 2 for flipping to
But
giant.
you heal 1 for just flipping down.
Well, I'm doing Ironheart also, so she'll trump
But
for me.
don't you want Ironheart to actually get rid of stolen memories? It's like you're like 3 mental cards in
but
your
I'm
deck.
gonna lose the main scheme, right? Like I don't think I can afford to. I think I just got to kill this fool. We'll see. Go ahead and take your turn. I don't know yet.
You have like 3 obligations in front of you, dude.
I am well aware of what is in front of me, Terence.
It just means that if you like go through a turn, we get that time whatever thing, it's gonna kill you.
What time, whatever thing.
This thing, time travel tactics. 1 indirect damage for each obligation. You're gonna take 3.
I have allies. You're right. I will probably die.
I mean, you
Well,
can
don't
kill Bug,
forget,
I
I'm
guess
gonna
you
be
have
up to 3 health. I'm gonna heal. I heal almost as much for going to giant form as I do for going down. I heal 4 for going
Yeah, but
down.
you would exhaust to heal another 3, right? So it'd be a swing of 4.
That's what I'm saying. Is 4 instead of 2.
And you can confuse him this turn and go down.
Terrence, you're making me feel bad about wanting to kill him.
I mean, I thought that was the plan for you going to Tiny as well. Was like you could confuse him and you held this double energy for that.
I mean, Terrence, why are you making sense right now? All right, well, take your
Okay,
turn.
so what am I pitching? Probably Wasp Sting, right?
Sure. Look at you talking me out of playing like a fool. I don't like that, Terrence. I don't like that one bit.
Okay. And then I play. I flip up, I think,
You
to
think?
Tiny or Giant.
Giant's your better form, right?
Yeah, unless I hold Wasp Sting.
Did you want to heal first?
Sure, I could heal. Just get up to full. That makes sense.
See, I'm useful sometimes. Why don't you one way or another? Seems like a great idea.
There's no more side schemes left in the deck.
Yeah. That was a joke anyway. Pinpoint striking?
Pinpoint.
For 7?
Yep. I mean, there's no overkill, so I don't have to be Tiny. I don't know how you pinpoint strike as a Giant though. Like, I wonder how that works.
You're just very accurate.
And then I think I also clear the area for free. Well, free as in sense of justice, but gets at least down to 2.
Seems good.
And I think I hold
Rapid growth?
rapid growth for this
defense?
terrible future weapon that's about to happen.
Is that a one-time thing though?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it stuns you, so it like sucks.
All right. So Terrence, you've convinced me. Double army ants. Just because I can. I can't even thwart or I'll die.
Yep.
So
I mean, if you really want Ironheart, you can, but
I flip down and
like
heal 1. Oh no! Before I flip down, sorry, I stun with energy.
It's confused.
Confused. Yes. Not stun. Wait, where are we? Confused. I'm confused. So
everyone's confused.
I mean, watching me play, yes, I would understand why. I'm gonna heal for 3. So I spend.
And then you just get rid of literally all
Ironheart to get rid of this garbage.
Clobber to get rid of the other one.
What do I need for this? Lightning? into the
Yeah.
fray.
Basically everything except one of your physical
What happens
cards.
here? Discard the obligation. Discard each face down card. By Wolverine. I mean, Wolverine did what I wanted, right? He got rid of Tough and...
I mean, prevent you from losing Quinker or Helmet, so that seems good.
Yeah, Clobber seems way better to get rid of than Surprise Attack, so I would get rid of Clobber.
Yeah, just because you can flip up and do 4.
Yep. I mean, I feel like I'm going to have 0 problems killing him next turn.
This turn's going to hurt.
For you,
Right.
I'm fine. I mean, the question is, do I even keep Surprise Attack?
I think so, just because it's like a solid 4, right?
But do I need the 4?
Well, because I feel like you're going to want to heal again.
No. Don't forget, I heal 2 for just flipping up. Or you're saying both, so I get 8.
Both. Yeah, exactly.
But then I can't attack with Bug. So then
Well, I think it probably it depends on what you draw, right? Like if you draw another attack card or something, like it changes, I think, the calculus.
Yes, of course. Then I don't need to. All right. So I guess I hold it. Because I'm going to have 3 encounter cards this turn, by the way, also. Which is, you know what fun is? 3 encounter cards. I do have Pim, which heals me 2 in giant form?
Yeah.
So that's an...
Yeah, so now you don't have to heal, right? Like you can just use Pim.
Come on, double Pim. I also have resize. Yeah, I mean, he's dead. Oh, I have Giant Stomp also, which I'm not going to use. But it's fun that I have it. All right, yeah. All right, so where are we?
Yeah. I'm about to get pwned in the face.
All right, so first things first, we take our threat. Did you add your threat?
Yep.
So you get hit in their face. Into face. Attach this card to what? Whoa. Boost.
Minion.
Attach this card to a minion.
To minion. I am stunned. For a whole 1 damage, so I both got lucky and unlucky.
My dude's confused. All right. Take your 1 encounter card. Feels wimpy. Terence. Oh, you get a side
I think
scheme
I
though
just
with
decked
yours.
it. I think it's decked though.
Oh, so you don't get
Well.
a side scheme. You just screw us later. Nice. All right.
1/1 and others back on the table.
You ready for fun? Insight 1. When revealed, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a different obligation and reveals it. Well, that's
That
just
sounds
me.
like a you problem. Don't take stolen memories.
Give me one that gets rid of with a fist. Give me the one that I can use my giant stomp to get rid of.
What's giant stop?
My obligation one. You can't use signature cards one.
Depowered.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Temporal shield.
Of course.
And that's only from attacks. So I can double surprise attack, right?
Which?
Can I do that?
Yep.
Okay, so we're okay.
Yep.
And I could give a crap about... Oh, well, guard is kind of a pain in the ass. Well,
yep.
Alrighty then. That
you are first player. While you're doing that, I'm of course going to one way or another.
Oops.
And I'm so happy that you're not my player.
Yeah, you think?
Well,
Oh, wait, why am I exhausted?
Now.
Did I exhaust? Did something exhaust me?
No.
Are we sure? I didn't get that exhaust and then draw another card thing? Exhaust insert? No, I didn't. Why am I exhausted?
See, your ants are also exhausted. Which is how I know.
I just screwed up. Why am I exhausted? Because you're a moron. All right, so I'm getting rid of Giant Stomp, which is a little sad, but it's fine. So I think I go to Tiny Form right here.
To what? Draw a card?
Or do I end in Tiny Form?
So you can have a 5-card hand?
So I can have a 5-card hand. That was my thought.
I mean, that was my thought, but...
Yeah, so let's go ahead and go to giant form first. So that is flip 2. Then I get to use my helmet to heal for 2. Makes mouth happy. Then I get to surprise attack using martial prowess to hit this jobber and kill him. You don't get to retaliate when you did, sucker. Then I'm going to use my Pim counters, which heals me for 2 more, to surprise attack again. Temporal shield blocks it, but I do heal for 1. Or I do take 1 damage. And I do take 1 damage. Alright, now I'm going to punch for a lot, right? Because that's 3. I played an attack event, so fluid motion goes off. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm hitting for 7. So let's do that, which heals bug. Then I'm going to resize for free, drawing me a card, which is another
2
resize.
cards.
Oh,
Wait.
and removes a threat.
2 cards, helmet.
Wait, do I always get to remove?
You always get to remove. Helmet gets you 1. Resize also gets you 1.
That's good. Okay.
Clobber?
So, well, no, I'm going to do 1 to remove that. So he's dead. So I don't got to worry about the main scheme. Still have this side scheme, Bull Maduki.
I think you just hold. Because you don't want to resize in a giant.
Yeah, do I thwart for 1? Probably not, right?
Sure. Puts it in clear the area range for me.
I mean, I've got so much crap. Oh, if I go resize, I could stun. There's nobody to stun. Never mind.
Yeah, no, you hold that hand.
Do I just hold all of them? Even Clobber? And I just start next turn with it?
Yeah, you can play Clobber. You can play Clobber. If you don't need to use the strength, you can use it to just stun.
What card did I
right?
discard?
Like,
Surprise attack.
And then resize allows you to then go back to tiny,
Yeah. All right. So we're good.
I don't know, it feels like you hold it.
Your turn.
I think I play Ironheart.
I mean, yes. I'm gonna need a chumper. So yeah, if you could flip down, that would be great. Now this is interesting. Oh, it only goes up 1 and it's not per player. That's how they get away with it.
Yep. Clear the area. Already did it this turn, so can't.
Good for you, you're happy and healthy, Danny.
Oh, I forgot to draw a card from this too.
Ooh, Vivian. Vivian!
But there's nothing clear this turn, right?
Nope. Have you one way or another already?
Yep.
I mean, you could pinpoint strike.
I'm stunned.
You could go down.
I could play pinpoint strike just to get rid of it. Sure.
I mean, do you really want to do that? When you
Sure.
can just
shuffle it back in my deck.
All right. Wait, you're not gonna hold Vivian just in case?
Just in case what?
I mean, are you flipping forms next turn, or are you flipping down next turn?
I'm flipping down this turn.
Oh, so you're gonna hold down law. Got it.
Yep.
So you can shuffle
So
Vivian and pinpoint back in.
Yep.
I mean, that is the most expensive stun removal ever. You played 4 cards to remove a stun.
I mean, I don't have good readies, right? So it's just like,
Yeah.
it's actually really expensive for me, in general, which kind of sucks.
I mean, yes.
I mean, and plus damage isn't what I need to do if you're joining me. That's. Like
I'm definitely
new
joining
thing,
you.
right?
By the way, I'm getting an extra card as well, but that is something to deal with at another time. All right, so you're done? I'll ready up for you. You're welcome, Terence. So I'm holding,
I will
drawing 2.
I will heal up to full before the end of the turn.
All right. So we do have this stupid encounter card for both of us now.
That's fine.
Actually, we probably should do this. Because we're both in the same area again. So kind of move it to the middle. Alright, so we increase threat by 1. Then he attacks me. Are you jumping for me?
Yep.
Alright, attacks for 3 plus a boost of nothing and get rid of an advance. You've been on fire with that today. Well, we'll see what happens here because he's scheming for 2 plus 1 for 3. Which,
4.
I mean, that seems fine.
It doesn't it doesn't matter, right? Like he's just gonna die.
So I have a symbiote suit of Brotherhood. Oh, this one attacks me though. After Pyro attacks you, discard 2 cards, the top 2 cards of your deck. Take an indirect damage for each. All right. So he attacks me for each what? Resource or printed resource. So he attacks for 2, or he attacks for 0. There's 1 printed resource, 2 printed resources. Yep. Oh, I got rid of my giant stomp.
I mean, it's basically like he's much worse against Captain Marvel.
Yeah, well, or Wakanda.
Or Hulk. Or Hulk.
Oh, yeah, triple resource card. Surge.
Yeah.
Each player takes an indirect damage for each obligation, which is nothing, right?
Yep.
Which is why it surges. Hey, look at that, a side scheme. Players cannot trigger the alter ego abilities. When revealed, each player must either discard a random card from hand or place 2 threat. I don't really care about my cards in my hand, honestly. Pim counters. Pim would be sad to lose. Actually, whatever. I do like my hand. Never mind. I am gonna what?
Just put 6 on there. Let's call it.
I mean, I feel like you're Captain Threat removal, right? Like.
I only have 1. I have 3 thwarting cards in my hand.
You got this, bro. All right. So your first player? Oh, never mind. They do not attack right away, and I will kill them for you. I need more army of ants so my army of ants can kill them. That's really what we need to happen here.
Okay, so I'm shuffling Ironheart back in. And what else?
Oh, this is about to be fun.
What's about to be fun? When you get the Nemesis?
No, you'll see. Now, these things these things come with us, right? All the side schemes and stuff, so we still need to clear them. Main's the only thing we don't care about. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Do you need me to do damage here?
No.
On him?
No. Probably not. That is a question now, isn't it? I'm going to do... So what's my main? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope. I don't need you. You're good.
Okay. So I'm going to flip into Wasp.
Yeah, I'm killing both Jobbers and him.
Let's lay down the law here.
So how many does that do? 4?
4.
Now, I can't help you with threat removal if I'm doing all this. I guess theoretically I could, actually.
Giant Help clears that one.
Okay, so draw a card.
Actually, I need to remove stuff from my deck, because this shuts off Alter Ego, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, taking out the cards I just put in.
And I just got energy. Pure energy.
You drew your card?
Yep.
Probably hold Moon Girl, right? All you need me to do is thwart, right?
Correct. I actually have 1 extra damage.
Alright. Alright, so I'm clearing Brotherhood.
Okay.
Just base thwart.
I mean, that seems good. And then just hold whatever you need for next turn.
Kang takes 2 from clearing both side schemes.
Wait, what?
My small but mighty. Every time I clear a side scheme or minion, he takes the damage.
Alright, well, now I have 3 extra damage. So I don't have to clobber twice, is what that means. I can hold on to double resource.
I think at this point, I just play Ant-Man, right? Oh, I can't. Ant-Man's dead card.
Moon Girl. You get 2 resources back.
I'm not champion or genius.
Oh, you gotta flip down?
I just flipped up.
I'm saying you would have to flip down. What
Yeah.
is
Do I just remove
resize? Other hero
three
form.
threat off the main scheme?
I mean,
Sure.
this main scheme.
I
Go
don't. I
for
don't
it.
know what to do.
Go for it, buddy. Uh,
It's like,
all right,
what
you just holding
what
that.
did I
Yeah,
do?
I mean that's the weird part about this. Like we don't have a whole lot to do right now. Um, I mean the question is then, can I?
I mean, do you need my helicarrier? Like, I don't even need to do that, right? Like, I'll just discard.
I don't know that I need. No, I have 2 double resources. Well, I mean, I could save both of them for next turn theoretically. Like I don't need to
Well,
resize. I don't need to do anything this turn really, except for clobber twice. So yes, I could use it. Sure, we'll use it.
yeah.
We'll say I can use it. I'll use it with pin particles to do my second clobber. All right, so let's do the first clobber. 3 damage to retaliate man.
Pyro.
Oh, actually, wait. Let's army ants first, and then do that.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's dead. Then I will
Do it again.
army ants him. I'm not going to do it yet, quite yet. So he's at 1. Then I'm going to flip to giant form, which heals me 2. I want to do that first. So that
What's
way
it like
when
to
I
have
pim,
health?
well, that way when I pim, I can heal for 2 more, right? Like
All right. You want helicarrier?
yeah. Helicarrier and pim. Now I clobber again. That's 3 more. So dead.
So
Now
you said at what? 6?
oh, I'm into 10 life.
6 damage.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you're like 1 short of killing him.
Oh
on
no
this
no, I
blow?
did 1 damage when I flipped over, and then I can save. The good news
Bug.
is I don't have to use bug. So that 3 damage did help because it saved me from using bug.
You know what's ridiculous is if you get to resize multiple times into giant, because it works.
So
it
that's
doesn't exhaust.
So that's the question. Do I resize here? Probably yes, right?
Just to get the hard card.
Well, to clear my hand, to get the card, to put ready to rumble in, to basically prepare for the pain to come. I think the answer is yes, right? I get an extra card draw, so I get 2 cards when I resize. Oh my
I mean,
god!
if you
Look,
can put chumpers in, it's worth it, right? I don't
well,
have
and
any
now I
right
can
now.
put Wasp in. So I resize, I drew 2 cards, and I remove a threat from the scheme. So there you go. It's back down to 0. I helped. So I definitely still think I'm ready to rumble, right? So I put Wasp in with 2 counters on her, which might just be a chumper anyway. And I think I just put ready to rumble in, right, with Genius.
Yep.
Just be prepared. Okay.
All right. Last stage. Let's get it.
Let's do it.
You gotta hit my button too. Come on.
Hold on. Relax. I haven't even hit mine yet. Advance. So this goes away. Yep. Each player searches the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside for their nemesis minion, puts it in play, engage with them. When this player's stage is complete, players lose the game. Alright, so I got this jobber in front of me. A smooth criminal. Doot 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 doot. Where's yours? Oh.
You know. Whole 1 damage.
He's guarding. She's either spend a fist resource or shuffle him into the counter deck.
Shuffle. 100% shuffle.
I mean, yeah, he's a great thing to pull, right? 4 damage. I have to draw my hand size of 5, so I draw 4. Oh, into the fray. Even better. Into the fray seems good right now. And I got a clobber, by the way. And I'm in tiny form, so I got my army ants. Oh, and I got my 3rd one! I'm definitely 3rd army ants. Love the army of ants. All right. And I think I don't care about taking. I mean, I care about taking damage, but not all that. All right. So where are we at?
We gotta do attack.
No. Well, first we gotta add to the main scheme 4. Then I assume you're adding one, because we're not. Do you want me to chump for you? Oh no, you're full and you're tiny. So you can.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I'm gonna
more.
flip down, right? I'm gonna flip down a heal. So.
All right. So we're gonna add 1, and then you're gonna get attacked for 3 plus 1 and exhaust your character. So 4, exhaust your character, exhaust your wings to only take 3.
I mean, it's 4, right?
Well, why wouldn't you exhaust your wings?
Because I'm still getting tagged by him, so like.
Okay.
Or her.
Sure.
So like it's like 5 in total, -1.
Yes. All right. Then I get attacked. The question is, am I going to chump with Wasp? Probably not, right? Because I heal when I flip over. Yeah. So I am going to add 1 threat though. So it's going to be 3 plus 2 more. Thank you, Shadows. So it's still 5. I'm still down to 5 life. Man. I like living on the edge. I know what card's missing. Endurance.
Sunfire.
And Sunfire. I haven't seen either of those cards. Maybe I took Endurance
I haven't
out.
seen Sunfire now.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I probably would have taken Sunfire out, to be fair, to switch out for Wasp. I feel like that trade was worth it. I mean, they're both 2-cost jumpers, right? And Wasp hits harder. And if you don't need the remove the whatever, then you don't need it. Okay. So it's our turn? Oh, no. Encounter cards. I got you. I got you, babe.
Oh, no.
It's fine. Block.
Are you blocking?
Yep. Bye, Wasp. You were useful.
All right. Wasp, defending for Wasp? That makes sense. She's like surrogate mom.
Yeah.
Defending her daughter. Surrogate daughter.
Attach to a minion, give it tough status, otherwise this card gains Surge. Attach minion gets
Which one do you want? Probably him, right?
Not the Retaliate one.
Beetle? Probably Beetle. Let's give it to Beetle.
So he's tough? Who's tough? Down. I mean, so the only negative here is guard, right? And so you're not attacking anytime soon, so we're just going to leave Beetle in play for a bit. I mean, I'll help you eventually, but not right now.
If I get any of the pinpoint strikes too, or like any attack I have will clear tough and tiny, because I have piercing.
Nice. All right, so I'm first player?
It's only basic attacks.
I'm first player, right?
Yeah.
Do I enter the fray? Do you need help with threat removal?
Sure, I don't have anything. I mean, I'll have Professor X.
Sure, I'll enter the fray. And I'll use Clobber to pay for it, because I don't need Clobber, right? So it's 6. So it's 2 extra. Removes 2.
Wait, do you want stun instead?
Oh.
Because you don't have a jumper. Well, I will have jumpers. I'll have Professor X, actually. So never mind.
Well, but we both... Oh, you're going to be down?
Yeah.
I mean... Oh, yeah. So that's actually fine.
Yeah.
That was a good point. I forgot about that. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? Dude. Stop. I'm holding strength. Paying with these 2 things. What am I thinking? Although... No, I'm not. Well...
Just use Marshall in strength.
Yeah, Marshall and strength. I hold Clobber. Yes, because I was like, wait, I want to play for both Army of Ants and Ready to Rumble? What is going on? So Martial Prowess and Strength pays for Into the Fray. All right. So I removed the 2 threat. We're good there. Then I'm going to use Quinn Carrier to pay for Army of Ants. Then I'm going to pay Clobber to pay for Ready to Rumble. Oh, I already have a Ready to Rumble. Well, then I'm not doing that yet. I will be doing it in a minute, though, apparently.
Oh, but you can then Tiny Ants my dude to just remove tough.
Oh, yeah. Well, do you need me to? I thought you said you have piercing, so you don't care.
I have piercing for basic attack, but...
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. Well, let me start with Bug attacking boss for 3. Does he have 50 health? Wow. And Tough is gone because of the energy spear piercing. All right, fine. I army ants yours to get rid of Tough, but then I do 2 on boss. Should I thwart for
use
2?
thwart for 2. Yeah.
To remove 2. I mean, if this helps you, then certainly. Then I flip to giant form. I get rid of ready to rumble. I heal 2 when I do that. I would have poked 1 off with the 1 damage I get for flipping. I ready from ready to rumble. Get rid of clobber to put another ready to rumble in. And I punch for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
Nice.
And that heals Bug also. So he's down to 37, by the way, out of 50 that he started with. So, yep, that all just happened. The only thing I don't have is a chumper.
All right, so 1, I'm just going to flip down. 2, 3, puts Moon Girl, but before I do that, what do I want?
Oh, you flip down first. I got it.
Ironheart.
Chat's been quiet tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do I need to do damage? Is that a thing?
I mean, if you can do damage, why not? Oh, you can't because of guard.
Yeah.
I mean, you could start working on your guard.
Well, I'm just wondering, do I not worry about it because there's a good chance I'll draw whatever I put in there.
I mean, you want to put damage cards in there for eventually, right? Did you not put... Yeah, pinpoint strike. That's great. You can get rid of your jobber right now.
Confuse?
The boss?
Yep. Thwart it down to 0.
Can you pinpoint strike?
I can. I'm alter ego.
8. Oh, I see what you're saying. So that'll be 8, which won't be enough to kill him, by the way. And then you have to discard a fist or shuffle him in, which you don't care about.
Yep. So that's 2. Wait, does that kill her? No, it's not retail. Your dude had retail.
Yes. I mean, I can help you kill her, or just kill her next turn, if we really need that. All right, we good? Draw
yes.
up. So what am I at? Hand size of 4 on this side. I have Ironheart, so if you could...
I don't care. I have Nick Fury.
Yeah. We just need to figure... Oh, hold on, I got you. I got you, Terence. I got your back, bro. All right.
Nice.
We're going to add 4 acceleration. He's going to attack me. You're going to chump with Professor X. That would be +3. That would have been really painful. He just hit for 5 + 3, 8. Professor X just got knocked into the next dimension.
But he's psionic, so he can deal with
it. Clearly. All right, so
confused?
Then Kang is confused, but yours does scheme for 1.
Yeah.
Doot 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 doot.
Oh, there we go. What's my highest cost card?
I take a damage.
Moon Girl? Moon Girl?
What was that?
Get rid of Moon Girl?
No. Well, you're alter ego.
I don't, but I mean, it's not like I have lightning. energy.
Well, it's not like you're going to go through your deck another time either. So does it really matter? You'll just
Yeah, but I can shuffle Moon Girl back in my deck.
no. I think you'll be okay. I mean, this dude's got 37 health. He's got 2 to 3 turns of living left.
All right, let's go.
Oh, I do have
My
Wolverine
turn.
also, so I guess I don't need to play Ironheart.
I play Fury, right? That's the right call.
Actually, I can't afford Wolverine with my tiny little hand size. Oh, no. I do draw a card when I flip.
Well, I'm gonna play Ironheart. But maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Do I play Ironheart or do I just get rid of this thing?
Your choice. Either way is fine with me. I may or may not play Ironheart myself. Certainly, if you played her, I do not. Don't forget crew quarters.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So you played
Flip up.
Fury. Flip up.
Tiny seems like the right form here.
Okay.
Pinpoint.
What's pinpoint do?
7 plus overkill.
So 8.
Yeah.
Isn't it 8 because it's +1 or whatever?
I don't have to do anything with. We don't care, right?
So this
only
gets you to
goes-
10, which overkills 1. And
Yeah.
you want her shuffled back in?
Yes, I do not have the resource.
Well,
to
but even
pay
if you
for it.
did, I don't really care about her coming back out. So it's 1 overkill though. Down to 36.
Yeah.
What you're saying is we got a chance.
No, but I also do another one because I'm small money.
Plink.
Do you need me to thwart?
I mean, I'm not
That's
going to
that one.
thwart. I'm going to thwart 1.
I'm just wondering, like, what it's at 5 out
Yes.
of 20.
Yes. Like, what is your other
I
option? I mean,
just
if
play
it's
Wasp
punching,
Sting.
yeah, if
for
it's
5,
punching,
right?
then yeah, do that. Yeah, I don't need you to thwart. Oh, but you'd have to get rid of pinpoint strike. That's sad. I mean, that's 8 more damage next turn. To do
It's
5
only
this
7.
turn.
It's only 7.
Okay, so 5.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it's probably worth it.
2 for me, and then 2 for Fury.
Down to
Killing
26.
him, right?
I don't think I can kill him this turn.
Oh yeah, because you're ready in Giant.
Yeah, I'm already in Giant. That's the problem. And so none of this triggers. So literally, I can't even surprise attack yet. So I just punch for, what is it? 4?
4.
Well, actually, I don't do that yet. Well, actually, it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, just use Bug. You attack with Bug first.
Well,
and then you
no,
attack
because
with
I'm going to
Ant-Man.
ready and attack again in 2 seconds. So 4.
Yeah. Well,
Then Bug's
sure.
going to attack for 3. Oh, I take a damage also. Bug attacks for 3. I'm going to flip forms, which lets me draw a card. It also plinks for 1. I'm going to ready to rumble to ready myself. That's why it didn't matter, right?
Are you surprised
I
attacking?
am surprise attacking also with martial prowess. Now, do I get retaliated for that? I think so, right?
Yep.
So that's 4 more damage. By the way, did you take any retaliate from any of your attacks? You had overkill, but you and Fury should both have had retaliated on when you attacked.
Where's the retail?
I don't know. Why am I taking extra damage here?
'Cause
Oh,
of
I'm
this guy.
taking it for this. But this is basic.
Yeah.
So never
Yeah,
mind.
that's only
I,
basic.
I don't take it for whatchamacallit.
Yeah, I was confused.
I am very confused. So there's 3 more damage. Down to 11.
I feel like you just put Ironheart in to jump, and then you play
Ready to rumble?
Ready to Rumble, right?
Yeah. I'm going to hold Wolverine just to be safe.
Oh, so you're not playing Ready to Rumble?
Well, we'll see. I draw a card. Don't forget when I play Ironheart. Maybe I just play Throg also.
It's up to you.
Well, I still get the punchy punch. So I punch for 1, 2, 3. Because fluid motion did trigger. So I'll punch for 3 more. I'll take 1 myself. He's to 8. I mean, Throg's 2 attack, right? Like, what do I care about Ready to Rumble for?
In case you get exhausted.
We are doing this, Terence. We are doing this right now. Oh, this did go down after I
I'm just
attacked.
saying, if you draw like an exhaustion, you'll be super sad.
No, I won't. Because I have my army ants that are going to do the damage for me. I just did 3 damage. Terence, he's down to 5. Between Throg, army ants...
Well, I can't see his
Ironheart.
health.
Yeah, he's down to 5 health. I'm not sad at all. No matter what happens here. I mean,
I feel like you just really want to play Giant Stomp, though, right?
I could draw it right here and now. I did not. I got a Helicarrier, Swarm Tactics, and Hive Mind.
There's a chance, though, because you're decking.
I did deck. So I draw 2 more cards. Nope, I did draw Ready to Rumble, though. So I get an encounter card. Let's not forget Throg is here.
You know you have a 4th row down here, right?
Move those guys over there. We're ready. I'll ready your stuff. Or did you already do it? All right. And I go first next turn, so there's going to be a serious punchy punch happening. All right. We're going to add 2 threat. Oh, I forgot to remove 1 when I switched to tiny form. So it's up to 6, 7, 8. Because it was at 5, went down to 4, and then it added 4. So that is correct. Now he's going to punch me. I'm going to Ironheart it. Yep.
Wait, I'm first player, man.
I Ironheart for you. It's fine.
I'll block with Nick.
For me. You're going to jump for me. There you go. All right. So draw your card.
You clicking that for me?
Yes, you're welcome. Oh, come on. It's just a 1 attack, though, right?
Yep.
Hello, Throg. Energy Blast. Hero. Kang attacks you. Well, hello.
You jumping with Throg?
I think I'm jumping with Throg. All right. I mean, I could just block. I'll jump with Throg. Yep. Throg's dead. Throg be dead. Nobody beats the Blob. Of course they did. Why wouldn't I? All right. Well, Terence, what that means is you get to kill. No, you don't. Oh, yeah. Because it's stupid temporal shield. I think you do get to kill. Oh, no. I have Swarm Tactics. And I got Ready to Rumble. So, no, Terence. You don't get to kill. 1, 2, 3
I don't care.
damage.
I did my job. I kept his
Plus
schemes
Blob.
at bay.
You did. So Blob gets punched in the face by...
I felt like I kept his schemes at bay and provided many chumps.
Dude, by the way, how great is it that Bug and Army Ants is, which are also bugs, just
I feel like
defeated
thematically that's
Blob.
probably appropriate, right? Like, this dude's like he's like this big guy being attacked by a bunch of ants.
Yes. Then I'm going to attack. So I do take 1 damage for attacking.
And 1 from this.
Oh, and 1 from that, yes. But then I'm going to Swarm Tactics, because you're up, right?
I am up.
So I'm going to Swarm Tactics to ready myself, flip to Giant Form, do a damage from flipping to Giant Form, heal 2, and do about... wait, I'm going to play my Helicarrier. All right, never mind. I'm not going to do all that. All right, I'm just going to attack for a lot. 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, which is 2 overkill. Sweet. All right, let's transition to our post-stream discussion. What's up, Terence?
How's it going?
I
Do you want to
mean,
talk about Kang,
we
or you just
just
want to
we
skip past
just
it?
blasted the heck out of Kang. Uh, Kang is still one of my favorite scenarios. I know it's a little bit long, but I don't know.
I,
He's just
I,
fun.
I, yeah. I mean, I really like the foundations of stone that it comes from. I think this isn't as punishing.
What's
Because in that
Foundations
one,
of Stone? What are you saying?
it's the scenario from Lord of the Rings that the format is based off of, where you
I
split up
gotcha.
and then come back together.
Yeah.
That one thematically is a little harder because there's a river that washes you through, so you actually lose everything that's an item
Oh,
thematically, which makes sense. So you have to like rebuild a little bit, which
which is
kind of sucks.
annoying.
But yeah, but you actually get to keep your titles and other stuff. So like if you're like the steward of Gondor, you don't lose it because you fall in a river.
Right.
Um, you're
No.
still the steward.
Are you sure? Because like I don't know, people look at you and laugh. Therefore they're like, nah, we're
I
gonna
mean, I feel
replace
like that's
this.
the summary of what happens in Return of the King with Denethor. People just laugh at him, but
Well,
you're
yes,
still the steward
that's true.
until he lit
Tou-
himself on fire.
Touche. Hey, spoiler
Uh,
alert.
but like I think that's just a fun format. I mean, I think we did see like one of the weaknesses, like there are parts because of the progression where, and this does happen, I think, in Lord of the Rings, in plenty of parts where you're like, okay, I've finished the thing. There's like nothing else for me to do.
Yeah.
And so I think that is like one of the weaknesses of the stages,
Yeah.
is that you can run out of stuff to do. We've seen that in the Collector as well, right? Where it's like, oh, he's invulnerable now because I flipped him. Now there's nothing for
Well,
me
and
to
it
do.
makes sense to delay a little bit too, and that's a common Marvel Champions thing as well, to like delay a turn or whatever else, unless you're in a tournament format or whatever else. Um, which I don't even know what the rules would be, but bottom line is like there's not really much of a reason to delay most of the time. By the
Yeah, I
way,
think Solo League has rules around how to score.
yeah. Michael Barnes says hi. So hi, Michael. Thanks for joining us here for our post-stream discussion. And today, so you want to get into post-stream discussion? I mean, Ant-Man, I forget how fun he is. I never list him as one of my favorite heroes, but I always have fun
He was
playing
he
him.
was really high, I think, every time you've played him. But I feel like it's like out of sight, out of mind a
He
little bit,
is
just because
an
there's so
out of
many
sight, out of
heroes.
mind. He's a little build-uppy, so which is very much. I mean, you don't have to build the army of ants, but I just love it. Like that is my favorite thing he does. Is like just like 3 free plink damage every turn. I mean, it's kind of like Iron Man with his little gauntlets, pew pews. I love that little plink damage. I don't think he's busted. I do think he's very strong though. What are your thoughts on?
I think Ant-Man is good. He's pretty self-sufficient. He's a good all-arounder, actually.
Yep,
He doesn't feel as penalized with the 4-card hand size because you have tiny form. It's nice actually to get, like, he has the 3 recovery, but you have that built-in like kind of crew quarters when you flip down.
yep,
I mean, obviously only on that one flip. You don't get on the receding
yeah. I
the
mean, it's
next
only
turn like you do
one.
in crew quarters.
Yeah.
But it does mean you essentially have a 4 recovery, which is actually really nice.
Well, not only that, but when you switch to giant form, you heal too, also, which is
Well, only when you have helmet
when
out.
you have
I'm just
helmet.
saying, like,
Yeah,
yeah. So he does have like all the tools. I think he suffers a little bit of like the Quicksilver problem, though. He is a little, at
he's a little
least his
slow.
stat line doesn't, like suck.
Well, yes,
Like Quicksilver. Like, I think Quicksilver really struggles if you don't get any of those stat boosts out.
but that's why you almost need symbiote suit. I mean, think Quicksilver turn one symbiote suit is just a way better hero, right? I mean, not only the 10 extra health and the extra card draw, so he becomes a 6 card draw on his hero side, but then getting all those stats from 111 to 222 is just a huge boost on turn one. Like I mean, I think Quicksilver is probably the hero that benefited most from symbiote suit, if I had to guess. Because he becomes an actual legitimate hero turn one
An
with
actual
symbiote suit.
hero.
Yeah, I mean,
An actual hero.
yeah, I mean you have to pay for it with the card draw, of course, but
Well,
like,
and it costs 4, so it's not exactly cheap. But
well, yes,
um, but yeah, I mean, I think Ant-Man's pretty well balanced, but yeah, I think he is a little slow. Like, you do want his toys, right? Like, Helmet is probably the best card in his kit
oh
for
for sure,
sure.
yeah, The
But then
stun and
like
confuse one's really good too, though. I mean, depending on who the villain you're facing, of course. But I mean,
yeah, risk islands are pretty good having that built in. Honestly, like Giant Strength is probably one of my favorite cards just because it's a fun thing to build around. I feel like everything else is kind of just like makes him really good, you know.
yeah.
But like there isn't like I don't think any of this stuff is like easy to build stuff around.
There's no way, because I was building for flipping. There's no way to just flip on a stick, though, right? Like you need those 2 cards that are in his signature set, and Swarm Tactics, I guess, would be the third way to flip,
Yeah,
or second
yeah.
way, whatever.
Yeah, those are the only ways to flip.
Because you need 2 of them to get the giant form twice in a turn. But then
Yep.
you're right, you get +2 twice, which is pretty fun. I did look for cards that help me flip. Plus, you ready yourself with those whatever.
Yeah, I think that's what I was talking about before. Just the Earth Mighty's Heroes is, I think, common, especially if you're leaning to potentially leadership. But I think it works in aggression because aggression actually has a ton of Avenger allies that are pretty good. Just because how many times you just want to be ready in giant form, because it feels like in every other turn where you get that big turn.
Yep.
Unless you can get a resize, which there's only what like 3 with Swarm Tactics, 3 turns
ways
where you can do that. But every other turn you can have this big turn once you're built up, and so like I think Earth Mighty's Hero just leans into the if I can attack for 7 twice, yes I will.
Yeah.
Like
well, and I love having
that kind of
Bug.
thing.
You know me, Bug's a pretty staple for me in aggression anyway with Energy Spear, but even better with thematically with Ant-Man, right? Like Ant-Man and Bug. Come on.
Yeah, except Bug I think is much bigger than Ant-Man when he's tiny. But uh yeah, overall like I think he's solid. I just I don't know how much his kit has changed though. Like the decks he built has changed as the card pool has gotten bigger.
Well, but that's why I built the deck the way I did this time. I did not do an Avengers deck. I did not do you were saying I should have put whatever.
Oh, I still think team building's like super good for him.
I mean, I looked at it. Definitely wasn't as good as the attack one for him. What's that called?
Martial Prowess.
Martial Prowess, yeah. This game was not as good as Martial Prowess. I mean, I literally used Martial Prowess every turn. I didn't even use my Quinn Carrier every turn. I used Martial Prowess every turn, though. Team building, there's no way I would have done it every turn.
I don't know. You didn't use it every turn. You only have like 8 attack events, dude.
Yes, but
you only have surprise attack and clubber.
Look how many cards are in play. My deck is only 24 cards big at this point. Well, 25, 26, 27 cards big. Getting one of those 8 attack events every turn is pretty common. You're right. I didn't do it every turn. There were certainly turns where I was like, oh, I just got a bunch of double resources this turn. What do I do here? I might have switched out Genius with a Power of Aggression. That might be the only change I would probably make to this deck. And then, again, putting Sunfire in for Wasp. Wasp was more of a thematic thing. Although she was super useful. So, I mean, I think you're good with either of them. I still don't think I'd put team building in for this deck specifically. Just because team building always upsets me when I get it late game or mid game. Like, I never want to play it because, like, it's good to help you, like, build up your infrastructure. But not even. Like, look, my helmet, armor tech. Doesn't help me there. Giant strength, yes. But only if I'm in giant form when I play it. A lot of times you don't want to play it in giant form. You want to play it in tiny form. So that way when you flip to giant form, you get the benefit of it this turn. So, yes. I mean, it's at least a trade-off, a choice. So you say there's like 9 cards that I could have used it with. But I feel like I wouldn't most times, you know? Yeah, like Army of Ants, maybe. Sure. Like, that would have been...
I mean, maybe there's no decision there. You exhaust and you put it into play.
Well,
right?
sure.
Like,
yeah.
You get it for Quinn Carrier as well.
Yeah. But again, your Quinn Carrier got turn 1, so I probably wouldn't have.
This becomes a 1-cost card with martial prowess and team building
Yeah, I never
because you're a
played that
giant.
card once this game, by the way, which is hilarious because it's like his signature attack event. I literally never got to play it once. I mean, I do almost as much damage just attacking. So
Yeah, but you can exhaust the attack, right? Like this is just a
sure.
separate thing.
Oh no. I would certainly have played it if I'd gotten it at an appropriate time. I mean, how many turns did I have Quinn Carrier sitting around doing nothing? I don't know that I needed extra resources with this deck. Quinn Carrier and Helicarrier are freaking awesome early, but you only need one of them, really. I like Quinn Carrier better because it helps me pay for the gauntlets, things like that. But again, I don't know. Like, I can't use it to pay for this. So, yeah, it's hard. I mean, Helicarrier for one more is just infinitely more useful in my mind. And I didn't need more resource generation, as we just pointed out. Like, the only times I didn't use martial prowess are turns I didn't have attack events, or turns, as you said, where there's just nothing left to attack. You know what I mean? Like, I just couldn't attack for that turn because there's nothing to do. So I don't think.
Yeah, I guess part of it for me is just like I think the hardest part of the game is the build up, right? Like
Yeah, it certainly gives you another option for a build-up card, but I also think it's a mental resource, which I was trying to avoid. Also, well, I wasn't trying to avoid it. I was more trying to get fists and lightning, which is funny because I used my gauntlets like twice this entire game. But
it's like Quinn Carrier. Like once it's out, right?
Yeah.
So
I
it's
mean,
fine.
what do you think of Wasp? She was
I
always
love Wasp.
she was always thought of as weaker than Ant-Man.
I think overall that's true. She's not as flashy. She doesn't have like the big. I mean, giant strength is just such a. You get 2 of them too, right? So he's like, even without any help, you can get him up to 5, right? Like
Yes.
5 attack. Like who has 5 base attack? No one. So that's like.
It's only
I think,
every
just
other
extra
turn, though, to
flashy.
be fair. It's 5 and 3 though, so if you average it out to 4, that's still pretty dang good.
Yeah.
And it's only late game, of course. Also, it's not early game.
But I mean, I just think Girl's really cool. I actually think her, like all her abilities are actually really unique and interesting. Girl is really neat to build around. Like, how often did I play my allies when I was flipping every turn?
Girl
right?
would
Like,
be fun because we had talked about with Brant from Step Into the Portal. We talked about playing a game where we stayed alter ego the whole game, maybe one flip up all game. Girl would be way fun
Wasp
for
is
that.
definitely like in that contention. There's just
Yeah.
like a lot of interesting builds with her too. Like she's great with multiple man because you can always shuffle multiple mans back in your deck.
Yeah.
So you can always get all 3, right? They're either in your hand or in your discard, but then you just put them back in your deck, right?
Yeah.
So you can almost always play all 3. So like
We've
you could do
never
that
played
with like
multiple man on stream, by the way. Not once.
like you could couple that with like a storm deck, then they actually like hit for 2 each, which is kind of fun. Or put multiple mana in a storm deck.
The only negative with Storm, if you're doing that, is she can literally never switch, which weather she's has in play, which kind of kills her deck. I don't think I would want to do it for her.
I mean, you only need that like turn they have 3 health, right? So you only need like you could do it 1 and then flip off of it.
Yeah.
And then I think her ability in Tiny is also really neat. Like I actually did maybe like near 10 damage of just like plank here.
Damage, yeah. As you
you
defeated a lot of side schemes.
Yeah, just like the number of side schemes I was having. I think in solo too in the past I've also run because she actually has strong attack cards. Is that I've run Interrogation Room with her as well. So with Interrogation Room, you like kill a minion, it does the damage plus you remove a thwart off of it, so you're getting like a lot of efficiency out of that.
Yeah.
So that's like
her
fun.
Stat line
And then
just sucks on Tiny though. It's just terrible.
It's 1/2/2, I think.
It's 1/1/2.
So like, well, I mean when you get the helmet, you can get it up to 1/2/2.
Sure. 2/1/2. right? Oh no, you're right.
No,
She gets
no, no, no.
attacked.
Giant gets up to 3/2/3.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I mean, admittedly, like her tiny form should be weaker than giant form in stat line, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, in giant form, I guess like if you do leadership with go all out, that is what, a 3/2/3.
Yep.
So 8. Eight's not bad.
It's pretty
Um,
ridiculous.
and then obviously like in leadership you can boost that up, right?
Yeah.
Um, but I think her ability to actually split both damage and threat is also really interesting.
I just feel
So
like her
like there's
giant form is so much more interesting and so much more strong.
it just doesn't synergize with anything for attack cards.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Uh,
that's how they counter it. But I still think it's pretty just so much stronger. Um.
uh, I think it depends on how you play it, right? Like, I actually think with heavy thwart events, I didn't need to be in giant that often. Like I was relying on clear the area, lay down the law, and things like that, and all my allies. That it didn't feel like I needed to do it. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I think this innate like being able to, so like you have boost cards. Like I was playing around with at one point, making entrance, the one that does like +2 to heal.
Yep.
You also have rapid growth, which also gives you +2 and allows you to flip in a giant. So she actually has ways to flip in a giant that Ant-Man doesn't. I guess she doesn't have resize, so maybe that makes up for it.
Yeah.
But that gets you up to potentially like, I mean, with helmet you're at 3 base thwart, so that's like 5 that you can split among schemes. And if you like do making entrance, that's maybe even 7 if you like double combo that. But you could potentially set up an even the odds play, I guess, like naturally. But even the odds is a little weird without Quinker because it requires energy, which she doesn't necessarily want to build into.
Yeah. So Terrence, I'm gonna need to use the restroom real quick. Do you want me to put us on "We'll be right back" screen, and then I'll just cut
Sure.
it out later, or do you want to talk about either Con
Yeah,
of
we can do
Heroes or
that.
whatever else while I'm gone?
We can do the we'll be right back screen that you can cut.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna take a like 2 minute bio break. I
Sure.
I need to do that. So we will see you soon.
Back.
Welcome back. What's up, Terrence? Let's talk about some organizing a convention. So we'll talk obviously specifically your knowledge is about Con of Heroes, but yeah. So for those people that either want to run a convention or just get insights on how you run a convention, so I guess first of all, how did you get involved with running Con of Heroes?
Mag's probably the like person who started it all. I got interested in it because of Con of the Rings, which is the Lord of the Rings kind of convention that's at Game Center that kind of I think started all these like LCG ones. I know Arkham Horror hasn't had one yet, but I think they're having one this year. And then obviously there's Con of Heroes as well. And they were kind of the trailblazers. They did like a Kickstarter actually for the first one because it
Oh,
was
okay.
like, how do you know how many people want to do a thing like this, right? Like, you want to see if you can get enough funds to actually like run this thing, right? And it was successful. They got enough money, and like I went and I had the same experience that you did of like I wanted to play a lot more Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
And Lord of the Rings is like my number one game, but like I wanted to play a lot more Lord of the Rings after the convention, which was in some ways like really surprising because you weren't there for the whole con, but like it's like I played literally 3 days straight of Lord of the Rings, and I wanted to play more, right?
Yeah.
Like, uh, and so that like really stuck in my mind. And so after Marvel Champions came out, I remember talking to Mag a little bit about it the first year, but like nothing really happened, right?
So Mag
And
runs the Hall of Heroes.
Hall of Heroes.
They
Yep.
also run Hall of what's the Lord of the Rings one? Hall of Rings.
I think it's like Gondor, maybe,
Okay, Hall of Gondor
and then
or just Gondor.
I think like all of them are Hall of something.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
they
Lord of the
run
Rings
that
one's
one
Hall
as
of
well.
Gondor.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's one for Arkham Horror, Hall of Arkham, less
Makes
original.
sense. Yes.
Has one for Marvel United actually, Hall of United, and one for Earthborn Rangers, which isn't out
Got it.
yet.
All right. So
And
they're the ones that started this. Now, do they live in Minnesota?
no, actually, so one of the funny things is none of us live in Minnesota.
Interesting.
Um, I think like yeah, so I'm in Austin, and yeah, we all flew in, and that's like one of the big differences. Like Con of the Rings, all the organizers live in Minnesota, like near Game Center, right? Like they can drive there at least.
Oh, so the person who runs Hall of Heroes does not also run Con of the Rings.
No. Like that, the Freemen of
Oh,
the North ran the Con of the Rings,
got it.
and one of the things we did was like we actually talked to them, right? Like ask them like how things go each year, like what do they regret, like what goes well, things like that. And obviously helps to actually go to the con as an attendee.
Sure.
Um, and so you can kind of see. Um, and so yeah, like we obviously took a lot of inspiration from that. So I think that made it a lot easier. Like we weren't necessarily treading a lot of new ground. So I think that's helpful, right?
So you were at Con of the Rings one year, and you and Maglev, is that the name?
His name's Chris, but his online handle's Mag.
All right. So you and Mag are like, we should do this for Marvel Champions. Is
Well,
that how
actually,
it
I
started?
never met him before Con of Heroes, like in person.
Oh, so
Like
then
even
did he
even
reach
though
out to
he
you?
was at Con of the Rings, we only talked on Discord. He
Oh,
reached out
okay.
to me.
He reached out to you, knowing how your love for the game, I guess, through this channel, or how did he
No, not this
know?
channel. I think we talked about doing a con, like really early on when the game first started. Like it'd be great to have a like Marvel Champions equivalent of Con of the Rings.
Oh, so like
Um,
the Marvel Champions Discord,
yeah.
and you jumped in like, yeah, that would be cool. I'll do that.
Yeah, and for context, I have a history of organizing conferences. Like I've organized for like in the industry that I work in.
Yep.
I used to organize. There's a programming language called Ruby. In town with three other guys, we organized a conference called Keep It Be Weird for 5 years.
Okay.
And so I have experience like doing a tech conference, organizing that. And that was all community run. We didn't make money off of it. It was all sponsors and other stuff.
Right.
And then at work, I ran two work conferences for my company as well prior to that, which is a very different experience when you're like funded by the company and there's money.
Okay.
Uh,
So yeah, so you guys started talking on Discord. Did the Marvel
yep.
Champions monthly people come in pretty early on in the process as well?
Yeah. Kenny Hawk came in super early. I think it was like the three of us to kind of start.
Okay.
And then Americano came on a little later. And he's actually a lawyer, so he actually helped out with a lot of like legal because there's actually like things you take on when you organize an event. And so it's helpful to have
So you
someone.
need like some liability insurance or whatever in case somebody like gets
Yeah,
sick
like
or
what
whatever
what's
else.
covered by the venue and that stuff too. Like what does the venue cover?
Got it.
So some of that stuff that you have to like be aware of. Like you can't just go and organize it.
Got it.
And then there's also like tax implications, right? Like you are taking in money, and you have to make sure to reserve money afterwards, or else someone's going to be out money to pay for taxes. Um,
Makes sense.
so like those are kind of like I guess like less fun things about maybe organizing a conference.
Well, it's very
Um,
similar. People don't think about it to organizing a YouTube channel. If you're once you
yep,
monetize, it becomes a whole different thing. We've certainly had to deal with that.
yep,
Because we're paying taxes on everything that comes in, and so we have to save money, put it aside. So it's not just like buying review copies of games and stuff like that. There are other consequences as
yeah.
well.
I
Yeah,
think that's why
makes sense.
Colin was so against it for a while. Just
Yeah,
because he just would rather just not deal with it. It's
and
like,
he's an accountant, by the way.
yeah,
P.S.
exactly.
And he
Yeah,
was by
he
himself.
does. He does that for work. He doesn't need to do it for fun, right?
But it's way easier to do by yourself than when you're doing it with
Yeah,
multiple people, where it becomes a
yeah,
whole nother thing. Um, and I am not
yeah.
an accountant. P.S. Uh, so
Yeah, so I mean, so that's like part of it. It was also like I think the timing we picked was maybe not the best timing too. Like to start a conference right around the pandemic start. Uh, or like I guess like the
it
second
felt
year,
like
right?
it
Like
was, yeah, it felt like it was way away from the pandemic. Or was that the second year that I went to?
no. Like our first, like we've only had one.
Okay,
Last year was like basically the second year of the pandemic, right?
right,
So like basically nothing happened the first year, right? Like no one was meeting.
right.
All conferences were canceled. Con of the Rings canceled as well. Um, and so yeah, like we did it last year. And it's just like you have to think about things. I think if you were just like organizing something before the pandemic, like masking and vaccinations and things like that, like um, were things that we talked a lot about and debated on the team.
So does
Um,
liability insurance change, like in an event like, let's say you have Con of Heroes last year, you didn't require masking or vaccination, and everybody ended up getting COVID. Like, what would have happened there? Like, would you have been responsible? Like, how does, or do you not even know
I,
really?
I don't think we're responsible for people catching it. Like it's like Gen Con can't be responsible if you get COVID at Gen Con, right? Like that's
So,
just too high risk of a thing, right?
right, because you're making the choice to go to these high risk areas, choosing not to wear a mask or be vaccinated yourself. So you can't be like, this is your fault. It's like, no, you've made all those
Yeah, I
choices
mean,
along the
I
way.
think the safe thing to do is generally like just follow whatever the policies are for the state you're doing it in.
Sure.
So like if the state is requiring masking, then you can require a mask. I mean, one of the things that was actually interesting was like we actually want to require vaccinations and stuff. And we had to back out of that decision because uh, Game Center doesn't, and so you can't like enforce those kind of things. There's
In
actually a lot
their
of yeah in their
in
thing, and so there's actually
venue, yeah.
the inverse of like liability and other things of like how do you enforce that? Like what does that look like? And so Americana actually like advised us to like back away from that policy. So we never actually published, I think, requiring vaccinations. But
Interesting.
we did do masking. Like you were there last year, right? So we did
Yeah,
require
I was
masking
wearing a
in the
mask
thing.
the whole time, and even when we're in the hotel, I believe everybody wore masks the whole time. Like, because we played games after the con was over in the hotel, and I still think everybody was wearing a mask if I remember correctly. Now it's been a while, so
Yeah, and I think a lot of it was just out of courtesy, but we had that as a thing, and we actually got obviously some negative, but we also got a lot of positive feedback from I
sure.
think people who didn't feel safe. But yeah, I mean, you could do a con because at the time, like the states were, I think during that time, repealing a lot of those policies back. So Game Center did not require masks, as you saw, right? Like if you went to the lobby, you could just play without a mask.
Okay.
And so that was a thing we were just instituting in that room that we were in.
Sure, and bottom line is people could have been part of the convention and been in the other room. They would still, I mean, there were doors, but the doors were open the entire time, right? So they still would have heard when there was a raffle going off and everything else. So, yeah, I mean, I guess while the con required a mask last year, it didn't prohibit people from not wearing a mask and sitting outside the room if they wanted.
Yeah. But yeah, those were all
Now
some of the
is
logistical things, I guess.
do you know what the policy is for this year? And like, did you guys have like meetings about this? Like, how does that work? Um,
Yeah, so we meet on Discord. We haven't actually talked about masking. I mean, I personally probably be wearing a mask, just
right.
because of the situation of like my dad is immunocompromised, so that's like a thing I take into account.
Yep. Same with my
And
mother-in-law. So I think a
so
lot of
like
people with immunocompromised people in their lives are do end up taking more cautious approach for the most part.
yeah, you just don't want to be the person who like gets your
Parent,
parent killed or something,
yeah.
right?
I mean,
Uh, like they're just high risk, right?
or
So
in-laws. Like, I
yeah,
mean,
in-laws, yeah,
as much as people joke
yeah,
about it, you wouldn't really like want to be that person.
yeah,
So
yeah. You don't want that on your head.
no,
So like that's a mean personally. I I just think like the general kind of like even Gen Con's not requiring masks, right? This year, I don't think. They said they
Right.
are holding out that they can update it at any time, but like currently they aren't.
Right.
And I think like we probably are just gonna, regardless of how I personally feel about it, like regardless, we're probably going to just follow kind of I think what everyone else is doing, because
Yeah, it makes sense.
uh that's kind of how that is. But yeah, and it hasn't come up. We haven't talked about it. But I mean, I think people were just really respectful last year about it.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. So moving on beyond that, so as an organizer, what are your other responsibilities? Like, are you helping develop these scenarios that go into it? How did that come about? Like, are you guys just spitballing ideas over Discord back and forth? Like, oh, it'd be cool if we do this. All right, who wants to take the lead on it? Like, so you're not just organizing a convention, you're doing events and things like that, and you're running all the events yourselves as well. So like how do you decide who takes those leads and what you're gonna do for that year?
Yeah, I mean, the first year for sure we are the advice we got, which makes a lot of sense, from the free men in the north who organized kind of the rings, was start small and simple. Don't
Sure.
do a lot of things. And obviously that logic just makes a ton of sense. Like you're trying to figure stuff out. It's your first time doing it. And so I think we only had like the two events I think last year, which was the campaign, which took most of Saturday, and then the Ultron thing,
Yep.
the like massive Ultron kind of kill all these drones event, and that was it. And then we kind of had the raffles. Honestly, like I think Kenny Hawk and Mag probably do the most of the work. Like Mag interfaces a lot with the vendor, Game Center directly.
Yep.
Um, I mean, it's a little unfortunate actually. Like in our not even yet 2 years of working with them, we've gone through four different people that as the POC, like point of contact.
Oh yeah.
And so that's like a big revolving door. But you know, they've been really good to us. Like we got like a price settled in, and they honored that price this year, even though I think they could have totally just like, it was all like word of mouth, right? So just like the new
Sure.
person didn't have anything written down, and they could have just told us a new price, but they honored it. And so that's, you know, we've had pretty good experiences working with them.
That's cool.
Um, and so that's been good.
And
And
it's
you
a
know, like
pretty
we
good location too, right? It's the middle of the country. I feel like a lot of these big cons, the only one I could think of that's not, I mean, certainly that is board game focused, is PAX Unplugged. But like the rest,
because that's
Gen
like super
Con,
East Coast.
yeah, I mean, Gen Con, Origins, BGG Con, they're all kind of in the middle of the country. I mean, certainly Dice Tower has their east and west, but I don't feel like those are as big. I mean, even BGG Con isn't as big as Origins, right? I've never been to that one.
I've never. It's funny because that's actually the closest con to me,
Yeah.
being up in Dallas. But I had never been just because of timing
Oh,
and
I
other
didn't realize
stuff.
that. Okay.
Um. Yeah. So Matt kind of takes started talking to the vendors and stuff. We talk about budget a lot. Kenny Hawks actually does a lot because he's in charge of. I think because of experience like being on Marvel Champions Monthly, like it's very common for the kind of larger LCG podcasts. This exists in the other two LCGs that they do like swag and stuff for their Patreons. It's like a big thing. It's just like you do Patreon, and like all these podcasts seem to spend a lot of effort in like creating game specific swag for those that game. Like it's easy to, you know, do a thing. I think it'd be much harder for like the one stop co-op shop to like have swag that like would be applicable, right? Like just people are playing so many different games.
Right.
It would just have to be like one stop co-op shop specific swag versus like a thing that enhances probably the one game you're listening to the pod about. So
By the
he
way,
has a
we
lot of
do
experience from doing
have.
that.
Uh, oh, wait a minute. 2 tickets. What did I do? I was just about to buy my tickets right now while we were
Are you
talking.
buying 2 tickets so you can like give one away? It's like what is
Wait.
the
How does that work? It says two
No, I don't know. I
tickets.
just
Yes,
wondering why you're
cancel
buying
this
two
order.
tickets.
No, no, no. Well, because there's a Con of Heroes ticket, but I guess when you click Con of
Yeah,
Heroes?
well, because you can get the ticket and you can also get the playmat as well.
Yeah, so I'm getting a ticket. I'm getting a playmat. So that's $80 total, right?
Yes, I believe so.
60 for the ticket, 20 for the playmat. Okay, it's right. It just says 2 tickets, which is interesting.
Well, I think with the system we're using, Tito, like the playmat counts as a ticket
Yes, I'm
because it shows up
guessing
as
that
a
is
QR code.
correct.
And as long as you're paying the right price, then it should be fine. But like I was saying, so I think Kenny Hawk does a bunch of stuff for MCM, so he has experience already doing this as part of the podcast. So he's been taking lead on a lot of the swag stuff, but it's a very collaborative, even though he's like doing a lot of the work on like we have a Discord, private Discord room where a lot of the planning happens. So we share information in there and talk, and then we schedule meetings every now and then to kind of just talk about stuff in real time. And so the art stuff that we're sharing, he shared that this week because he just got some of that stuff in. And yeah, he definitely does a lot of the bulk of the like design and other stuff because he's also been since the early days involved in like Marvel Champions custom content. Um,
Okay.
so he's been doing that since like day one, basically. But yeah, I mean, it's like not his first rodeo for doing that stuff. So like last year, he did the design and play tested the campaign and the monsters, and he did do like a new standard as well. So he's kind of the lead on a lot of that content stuff.
Gotcha.
This year, I'm in charge of the achievements. Like one of the things I suggested was I liked the achievements they had at Con of the Rings, and I thought it'd be fun for like people have played these scenarios who are veterans, probably a bunch of times, and those were always fun ways to kind of just change up the scenario a little bit or like have it be a little different.
Right.
Um, but I'm trying to like potentially make it not as complicated. Um, I think Lord of the Rings lends itself to a little more complexity, so I think we're just trying to aim for some simpler stuff. But yeah, we're gonna have both some social achievements to help get people to kind of play with other people
Yep.
and not just like your one play group if that's what you want to do,
Yeah, it's
as well as scenario game specific achievements.
yeah. So I mean, it's good because it gets people out of their comfort zone, right? Like that's the hardest part. The reason you go to this is to play with people who share an interest with you, but a lot of people will show up with people they know. And so I mean, it even happened to us. Like when I played, I ended up playing with you and Mary, not all the time, but I did end up playing a couple of games with you guys. I mean, which makes sense to some degree because honestly, I don't know that we'd ever played Marvel Champions live together before then. Um,
No, I think that's the first time we've played.
yeah. So, I mean, there's part of that too. So, but there it is good because you have something in the campaign that encourages people to stick with their group for multiple games. But you also have this other achievement which encourages people to like move around and try out different groups and meet different groups. So if you're an introvert, there's things for you. If you're an extrovert and you want to meet new people, there's things for you as well. So that's kind of the nice part about the way you're running it. And I'm assuming every year you're just going to kind of build on that and like take what worked the year before and keep doing that and come up with new ideas to keep it fresh as well.
Yeah, like one of the, like what happened after the con was we actually got together and talked about like we did send out a survey on the mailing list, or not the mailing list, but like people who bought tickets and stuff to get feedback, and also asked in Discord, and like some of the feedback we've gotten, we've definitely like taken it into account. So stuff like people felt like the campaign was really long. And to be fair, we picked 4 villains, and they were like 4 of the longest villains in the game. Red Skull, Venom Goblin, which Venom Goblin actually was a last minute ad because Sister Motives came out like right before Con of Heroes, I believe, right? Like we
Right.
got Ironheart and Nova, which were the first packs
You
during
got
Con of
them for
Heroes,
me
right?
because
And
I was in the
that
air
meant the
when they came out.
yeah, that meant the box had come out like really soon. So like, you imagine we had to like print this stuff, right? We're closing, stuff for swag and other things for guarantees, like you have to print this stuff months in advance, right? So like you imagine like when it came out, how much time did like we actually have to play test some of that stuff. And so uh we kind of threw it in without probably as much placing testing as we would have liked.
Sure.
And uh, end up being really long. So this year the campaign's only gonna be 3 scenarios, right? So like people can actually do it in half a day and not necessarily like the whole day. And we're definitely picking like some shorter villains, and we're also like I imagine the next box will come out before Con of Heroes actually hits. And
We don't even know what the
we're
next
just
box is, right? We just know about the
yeah,
hero.
we don't know anything about the next box besides it will be mutant related. Um, but there's a good chance it will land, between now and May, like one would hope. I
Right.
hope there's not like 4 months of drought of Marvel Champions, but you never know. It's FFG. You don't know what their supply chain or whatever story is going on, but assuming it does drop, like we're not going to like make last minute ads. We're like play testing and doing stuff, and we're like locking that stuff in, so like we can basically have better hopes of like having the experience that we want to have, right?
Right.
So that's like one of the feedback like that we've taken into account was just like did some stuff, didn't work out. Other stuff that did work out well, like we're taking account, like people I think really enjoyed the Ultron event and things like that. People really enjoyed like the modular sets and other things like that, which maybe feel obvious in hindsight, but you never really know.
Yeah, sure.
And so we're double downing on. I think people do enjoy the events, and so we're doing a lot of them this year. Like I think we have stuff on every day. Obviously Friday and Saturday are like the heavier ones, but I mean on Thursday, Marvel Champions Monthly is gonna actually do like a live show at the hotel for people who come in early. So
Nice.
I'll be at like 7 p.m. if you're actually there by then.
Are you going to take
And
part in that, Terence?
I mean, I'm not part of Marvel Champions Monthly, so I don't know. Maybe I'll go and heckle them. Uh, One of the things that we're doing this year as organizers is like last year we got an Airbnb, which was nice to kind of get away and kind of do stuff. But this year, all the organizers are staying at the hotel, which is going to be more expensive, right? Because you each have to get a room.
Right next door.
Yeah, right next door. Just like be there with everyone,
Yep.
and we're gonna kind of see how that is and see kind of as organizers like what works best, I guess. But like we're trying to change some stuff to like not that the Airbnb was bad or we didn't dislike it, but like kind of just want to see how that is. So I'll be at the hotel. So I might take part in that. And on Friday we have a Magneto event. That's a group event. That's where the epic multiplayer event where this Kang
I was
art.
about to say, you got
Um,
to be doing a Kang event, obviously, because you get a picture of Kang.
Yep. So that'll be on Friday as well, in the afternoon, and then on at 7, we're gonna have like a Marvel Champions mixer where people can get drinks and kind of.
Where's
It's
that
like
going to be? At
a
the
good time
hotel?
to. No, that's just gonna. It's at 7, so it'll just be at like Game Center because you can get drinks just straight at Game Center.
Yes. As
Um,
you reminded me, I still owe you money for last year because I totally
I
spaced
I
on you.
don't actually remind you that. Like I feel like you just remind yourself.
Well, I have to keep
uh,
reminding myself because I'm pissed at myself that I forgot. So,
um,
yes.
but yeah, so like I like we're like that I think is gonna be it's just supposed to be like a social gathering kind of thing and just playing some casual games, a good time to get signatures on your playmats or actually like maybe work on some of those achievements and kind of do some of those challenges, especially some of the social ones.
Not a lot of
And it's
planned
also just
stuff.
yeah, so it's supposed to be like pretty low key, like it's not like play these specific things, but kind of play that kind of just find people and play with them because on Saturday that's when the campaign starts the next morning.
Right. Now,
And
will they
so
have this stuff the night before, or they don't even? Because I wasn't there Saturday or Friday. As
oh
a
yeah,
reminder.
we
So you just
last year we just handed people the whole pack, so they don't there's no like we don't want people to have to like line up again.
got it.
I mean there's plenty of people who just came on Saturday as well. And so we were still registering people, but like I don't know, it's just annoying like as an organizer, it's just like it means you have to have someone staff a thing and do a thing the next morning.
Yeah.
And I think everyone would rather just play games, and like if you want to spoil and look at the stuff, like that's up to you, right?
Well, I
Like
think that's
you
what
can
people forget, right? When you're running a convention, you're running a convention. You're not playing at the convention. You don't run a convention so you can play games at that convention. Certainly it may happen, but you do have to work the convention. And so that's the one thing, if you're thinking about running a convention yourself, realize you're not running it so you can go play games. Look, you can run a house con or a at a whatever cabin with just your friends and call it a convention. But like if you want to do an organized convention with strangers, like you're not there for playing games. You're there for registering people, signing them in, doing all this stuff. Certainly the bigger the convention, the more involved you're going to have to be in that.
Yep. Yeah.
And,
So
and more
that's
people you're
100
going to
percent
need.
true.
Yeah.
I like you might have played more Marvel Champions games than I did that weekend, and you were there for a day.
I was there. Yes, I was there Sunday, basically.
Yeah, like
I
Saturday
do
night
not
and
think that is
Sunday.
actually true, though. Because I played a couple games with you. I played other stuff. You were supposed to be in a game of Power Rangers with me, but you had to go because you were doing
Yeah,
convention or
I actually did
organizer
want to
stuff.
play that game, and not just like put you in a thing and then bail on you because I wanted to, because I thought that'd be funny. Like,
Oh no, that's
I
what you
did.
did. Yeah, that's like
Uh,
Brant when we were playing at Gen Con this year. He made I bought tickets for him to play in the event, and then he totally bailed and didn't play with us.
oh yeah, because Caleb asked him to teach these people who like
Yeah.
came and thought it was like a teaching thing.
Yep.
Good guy Brant. But yeah, so I mean that's a good point. Like you're there to make sure everyone else has a good time first before you do.
Yep.
And I think that's why on the first day we actually played a lot of games together as an organization team,
Yep.
because it meant that when we had to do something, everyone did. So like you could just stop the game and it's fine because
Yeah.
everyone has to stop the game. Whereas like if you're playing with other attendees, like it's probably really annoying having to walk away, right? Or it's just like someone can play someone play for me, right, while I'm gone,
Yeah.
Um, and I think like on Saturday, Sunday, we're given a little more leeway to do that, which was nice.
Yeah. All right. So, any final words? Let's just wrap it up here. Maybe next week we talk about attending a convention and some of the things you do to, bring with you as an attendee. And I have some thoughts on that, and I'm sure you do as well. Or maybe we save it for closer to Con of Heroes, and we think of another discussion.
Maybe we can save it. We will announce, I guess, like on that note, we will announce like kind of like what to pack. Not like down to like what exact cards, like only like bring these heroes or whatever.
Right.
But we will announce like usually it's like a set of scenarios, like Mutant Genesis or whatever, right? Like last year I think we told people to bring Sinister Motives.
Yep. I'm sure it's going to usually be the more recent stuff, right? Stuff people aren't sick of yet.
Part of that is just so people have stuff to play, and not everyone has to bring everything, and there is a lot to bring now, right? Like 3-ish years in, and so like you'll get that, and then once that's out, we can kind of talk about prep and plan, kind of that way, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So we can do that closer to the convention. All right. So we'll have a different design discussion next week. And we'll be playing 2 new heroes, which we haven't decided yet. So if anybody wants to sponsor an episode, just
like with money.
Yeah, just do super chat. We'll determine how much that needs to be. I don't know. And you can tell us what to play. If you want to see us get slaughtered by something, or you're having a challenge with something, it was something I kind of thought of this week. Was like, hey, maybe we have sponsored episodes. We'll keep mentioning your name. We'll do whatever. So maybe something for the future. I don't know if anybody will ever take us up on it, but I know people are always trying to find ways to support stuff that they love watching. So this is a way they can support it, get their name out there, promote whatever they want to promote, and then also, come up with a fun challenge for us so we don't have to think about them every week too. So it's kind of a win-win there for everybody.
You're paying someone for the opportunity to do less work.
Yeah, I have to do less work because, well, no, we're gonna have to come up with interesting decks. But if they want us to play their decks, I'll do that too, right? Somebody wants to build the worst deck ever and make me play it. You know me, Terence. I'll do it.
will it be better than your deck that you would have brought?
I mean, it might be. I mean, all you did was yell at me all week about how bad my deck was going to be, and then I felt like it kind of performed today. I felt like it did what I wanted it to do. So,
Yeah, one of the things I actually like bringing it back to the con was I actually forgot all my cards on Saturday. I left them at the Airbnb, so
right.
actually like being at the hotel would be nice because you can just go across the street and get them.
Yes, you just walked up.
Was actually just bum decks off people the entire day because I literally did not have any decks with
Terrence,
me.
would
They
you
were
play
at
with my
Airbnb.
decks?
No, because they're not sleeved, man.
That's what I thought. Yes.
Notice I did not ask you for a deck when you got
And
it on
Terrence,
Saturday.
if I borrow your deck, I'm unsleeving all your cards.
I feel like if you did that to someone that was a stranger, that'd be like really offensive.
Yeah, no, I would never do that, by the way. I would never unsleeve other people's cards. And if people wanted to sleeve my cards for that game and then unsleeve them again afterwards, they are more than welcome to play with any deck that I bring. But yeah, I'm not going to be sleeved. That is for sure.
Yeah.
That hasn't changed.
That hasn't changed.
Nope.
Yeah. But yeah, other, I guess, closing thoughts on Kind of Heroes organization was, yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of fun. I think we've done some cool things, and I'm excited for some of the events. We'll be continuing to do stuff like Shield HQ. I don't know how much you took advantage of that. I just for those Genius cards, maybe.
Yes, just the Genius cards. And I didn't keep any. I just handed them out to other people.
But I thought that was like actually really well received, especially because some of the campaign stuff has stuff you have to consider and think about. And maybe you didn't prep, you just brought decks.
Sure.
And that's a thing we do that's different, I think, than any of the other LCG cons. And then, yeah, it's fun to do the raffle stuff, I think, actually. So I was involved in actually building the app that we use for doing the raffle based on the tickets from Tito. And
that's cool.
We did that. We tried really hard to make sure everyone at least won something once.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was there for a day, as you said, and I won at least twice. I got a Captain America promo card, whatever, like the original promos.
Yeah.
By the way, which I had gotten all of originally, and I don't know where they all went. I
thought you said you gave them to Jerry.
I think I did, and he probably sold them. Because I didn't, honestly, when I first played the game, I didn't like it. But my first experience was 4-player in a demo scenario, and I don't even remember if we played a full game of it.
It's probably because you didn't play with me.
With precons, and I was playing. I don't remember who I played. I might have played Iron Man or Black Panther, one of those two. But if you're playing Black Panther and you haven't built up yet, or playing Iron Man and you haven't built up yet, like that's not a great first experience. If they're trying to do a short demo scenario.
Yeah, I feel like the Gen Con environments are really weird. I played Spider-Man, which is actually a fantastic demo hero, because you're just like,
well, of course,
you have like zero build up and you're just going.
Yep, from turn one.
Yeah, I mean, backflip feels great in a demo scenario.
Oh yeah, especially
didn't take any damage.
Rhino. Yep.
Rhino. You're like, yeah, seems great. But yeah, so yeah, we did the raffle stuff, and I think we'll continue doing like those things, because those were pretty well received. So.
Oh yeah, no, that was cool.
Hopefully there'll be stuff for everyone who does want to come, and we'll be figuring out a way to kind of, we'll continue to do, like, we've released all of our stuff on print and play, like we've announced or have said on the stream a bunch of times. And so even if you can't make it, you can at least go and print it out and kind of play along.
But then you'd have to use sleeves.
I mean, maybe you just have a really good printer that can make it.
Card quality?
Card quality printing. I actually don't know how you do card quality. I don't do a lot of print and play, but I guess sleeves are the answer, right?
Sleeves are definitely the answer. Or you could sticker up cards. I've done that as well. Or laminate. I've done on cardstock, double-sided printing, and laminating. Remember, we designed games,
you
have,
so
we do a lot of prototyping.
You have enough double resource cards that you could just laminate, right? Or not laminate, you could sticker cards.
Yes, for sure. Although they have different backs, it would be cool if you had some extra orange cards, right? Like if they give you a standard like 5 standard encounter sets at some
I
point.
mean, you just do it on standard too because you're never playing that.
That is probably true. We have not done that
Uh,
here on the stream, like very much at all. Maybe if we play whatchamacallit, Wrecking Crew sometime, standard 2 would be a fun
what do
add-on.
you mean? You don't even mix those in Wrecking Crew?
Oh, Wrecking Crew doesn't even use standard or expert? That's right.
No, because you have the 4 different decks.
Oh my.
Foiled, which is also a fun Marvel Champions card. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have any closing thoughts on organizing kind of hero, or not like organizing kind of heroes, or organizing or kind of heroes, or any of that stuff?
I've never organized a con, but I've certainly organized events, right? At conventions, we've organized, we did an escape room game at Gen Con one year. We've certainly done meetups. And it's a lot of work because you not only have to plan it all ahead of time, but you have to be available and responsive, like, as the time approaches, right? As it comes closer and closer, people are like panicking because something happens to them. Like, oh, I can't make it. What happens to my cards or
Oh
my
yeah,
playmat?
ticket refunds. Can you mail me the
Ticket
swag?
refunds, or we can't make it to the thing tonight, so now we thought we were doing an escape room for 8 and it's only 6, or some people brought their friends and now we got 10 people. You know what? It's just it's a
Yeah, I mean,
moving target.
luckily for events, like that's not as bad. It's just
Right.
like, no, you need a ticket. Sorry, like it's pretty
Well,
clear.
but they can buy them at the
Clear
door,
cut.
right? Like you're
I
not.
don't know if we sold. I don't think we sold them at the door
Oh,
last
okay.
year.
I thought they said they were going to do that this year, though. I thought they said you could buy them at the door, but the play mats you're not going to be able to get. Maybe I'm wrong about that, though.
I think we're saying we're gonna sell them up to the event. I don't know if we're gonna sell them at the event when
I
it's
mean,
running.
they could just log on online and buy it, right? And then
Yeah,
do it
just
the
buy it on
same
Tito
way.
as long as we don't close it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean we don't like we don't take any money. Like none of us are making money on this. It is very much a labor of love for the community.
Which is weird
Uh,
then that you have to pay taxes, right? Because if it's a not-for-profit, although, yeah, I
you have to
don't know
like
how that would
file
work.
and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
When I did the local tech conference in town, we also had to pay taxes on that stuff too, even though we didn't make any money. I mean, we have money sitting around, so technically it's like there's profit, I guess. We haven't spent it all.
Right. Right. But that's just to
But yeah,
cover catastrophic events too, right? Like something happens, like you now
yeah. Well,
have a
part of
slush
it's
fund.
also it. What's nicer this year is like when you have some leftover money, you can put it as a down payment for the venue
For
and book
yeah,
it, right? Like the first year, Mag actually used his own money to book the venue,
yeah, you
and
have
then
to
we
do
paid
that
him
when you're
back.
starting a business. You
Yeah,
certainly do, or take a loan or whatever. I mean, you're
yeah,
just basically taking a loan from yourself.
yeah.
So
I mean that's how like serious he was. Like he put down the like $500 to $1,000 of his own pocket money to book the game center for Con of Heroes last year, and then obviously like once we got ticket sales from some of that stuff in, we like he paid himself. We
yeah,
took it out of the funds,
I
but
mean, I'll be
I
honest.
mean,
We do similar stuff too. When Barrett had to buy a computer and didn't have money in there yet, we just deducted it and then from the corporate from everybody else's money basically, and he paid it back slowly. So that happens both ways sometimes, I guess.
oh,
Um,
I guess we've never done it that way. Like everything has always been like, if we don't have the money, then someone just foots the bill.
yeah, yeah.
uh,
I
and I
thought it
think
was
that,
the same thing, but I'm realizing it's the exact opposite thing. So never mind.
yeah.
That was a bad example.
But yeah, like almost all the funds are used basically for the convention, right? Like, art's not cheap. We got to pay for art. Like we want art on all the cards. You don't want cards with blank
Of
thing
course.
and just text. And so like Candy Hawk gets that stuff commissioned. I think the art is pretty good, right? Like it's not
Oh yeah.
champions, but it's like it's good quality art. And yep, and then he play tests that with his group, and then he's actually coming to Austin, so we're gonna play test all the stuff this
Nice.
weekend.
Awesome.
So that should be fun.
Oh, so you're not going to be able to stream next weekend?
But he's coming on this Sunday.
Oh, okay. So
Uh,
tomorrow, or
tomorrow Saturday. Well, I guess
no, tomorrow
tomorrow.
is Sunday, Terrence. It's 2 in the
Yeah.
morning here.
Oh. But yeah, so we're gonna play. He's in town for a work thing, so we're gonna play some stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, like all that stuff is just doing it for the love of the game and the community, and I feel like $80 is a freaking steal.
Oh, it's
Uh,
certainly. I paid just now. You saw. I mean, I was online buying tickets just now, and I don't even know if I can go still. So, I mean, even without being able to go, I think it's a steal. I certainly will hope you bring this stuff to me at Gen Con if I'm unable to make it to Con of Heroes. But yeah, I don't expect you guys to ship it. And even if you did, I'm sure I'd pay shipping or whatever else. But no.
yeah, we'll see if we can do a thing like we did last year with some of the extras. I don't know how many extras we're printing for some of that, for some of the swag, but we'll see.
Yeah,
See.
yeah, we may end up giving some of the stuff out here on the channel. So we will see. Depends how much is left over and depends what they want to do with it. So. All right, I am going to say goodnight, though, because it is almost 2 in the morning here. And great game, though. I mean, we know every time we play Kang, it's going to be long. Ironically, I told you, hey, Terence, let's do something short this week. But I totally forgot the movie was coming out. So next week, prepare for some mojo and something short.
I mean, you could do Ebony and Maw short, right? We could always go back to Rhino. Rhino short.
I mean, we're not playing Rhino, but maybe Ebony Maw. I love that scenario, actually. I actually like the one before it, too, with all the magic stuff. That's super short as well. That's one of my favorite scenarios.
Wait, who? Ebony Maw's the first scenario, man.
Oh, Ebony. Oh, you said Ebony and Maw. I was confused. I was thinking of the other one, Twin Towers or whatever. Or the Tower Defense one.
Tower Defense.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I love Ebony Maw. That's one of my favorite ones to play against. He's a build-up hero. That's why. Or build-up villain. Where he's just building all this stuff in front of you. You just.
I mean, we could just play Hood and it'll be a short
death.
game.
I mean, that's true too. But you know us. We'll be pissed and we'll want to play again after we lose. So it depends what heroes. But maybe we'll have a sponsored one by then. Who knows?
Maybe they'll just sponsor us to play Venom Goblin each week.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's if that in 1 week we'd eventually win. So that we got that going for us. Venom Goblin with protection Valkyrie.
Nice.
Get her done. All right, I'm gonna go. Night, Terrence. Night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.